meant for this. You know, sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh, please see that you're wrong in this. I don't fall in love cause I'm here tonight. I don't wanna say it but it just feels right. I feel just to pass the time. I wanna stay at the back of your mind. We've seen it all before. Don't get me wrong, but I'm done with these games. But I'll hold on to faith. You and I are stuck on this. I can't seem to let it go. It's not too late. Just show it your face this time. I still feel like you lied about the way that you can't love. We should have never let this go. No, we were the cats on a summer nights. Kids in the street that got it right. Every time I felt
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back. And hey, for a second I didn't have to fix the webcam and then it broke. How do you deal with this, dude? How have I not just taken the time out of my day to fix it? How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Happy Halloween if you end up doing something for it, but I don't really do anything special for Halloween. I feel like with a mustache, I could have gotten maybe like some piratey dress up, done the whole outlaw thing. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. You know what I mean? Maybe next year. How y'all doing? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Hope all of you are having a motherfucking good one, boys. Hope all of you are having a motherfucking good day. We got some more 5v5 1v1 duels for the day to get into over on the NA today, boys. Let me get the music back up and running. How are you doing? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. 5v5 1v1s over on the NA today, boys. Over on the NA today. Let me get the Audacity rolling. Let me hop on a name, man. Hopefully we get some groups, because EU, it took us a little bit of time to get some groups up and running, right? It took us a little bit of time. I understand pre-patch and all. We can have some fun either way today, boys. What's up, Tay? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. You want to pop into these duels? Actually, well, I don't know if you play Elemental or Enhancement at all. I know you're Resto. Lots of Resto. But, maybe we could make an exception. Potentially. Because normally we don't let healers in these. No healers, no tanks. Just because it's so difficult to balance them for 1v1s. It's impossible. Blizzard doesn't balance any of these. One of these days I'll enter with a mage. Hey man, go for it. I see you playing a mage. I think I'll do pretty well. Which one is the tune that I need? I think it's my Demon Hunter, right? What's up, Bad? How you doing, my man? Hope you have a good one, my dude. Boys, 5v5 1v1 duels. Let's see if we can get some groups up and running for today over on the NA. But yeah, man, if you want to pop in your mage, yeah, I'll peep you try to play some mage feral or something. And I've seen you try to go for the big burst with the missiles and all that. Just need the missile proc and then you get yourself a big setup and everything. That could work, dude. Valpera, what's up, Mr. Head man? Dude, we have Valpera. You have Valpera. You know why Valpera? Also, why are... Okay, there's certain settings that save. There's certain other things that don't. Here we go. Shrink the UI. Alright, boys. 5v5 1v1 duels over on the NA today. If y'all want to join in, man, let me know. What's my real ID? I'm gonna participate in duels. So the way you do to join the duels, because I never really go into as much detail as how to get into these anymore. But if you ever want to get yourself in a group for 5v5 1v1 Duels, you go to Player vs Player, pre-made group, custom PvP, and then go find a group, see if one is up. You can check by hitting 5 in the search to see if a 5v5 1v1 group is available, and if not, then you can go to start a group and then make it one yourself, calling it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. Get 4 people in to join your group, make a 5-man team. Let me know, and I'll add you on Real ID if you're the lead of the group, and I'll queue against one of the other groups that is available. Looks like Raphael is ready to go. Motherboar pal already. What do you see the second group when we're good to go, boys, so we can get some queues going? Just need one more, man. Oh no, Moscow. What's amongst lots of Demon Hunters? Dude, Demon Hunter yesterday over on the EU actually slapped some butt cheeks. I'm not even kidding you right now. Yo, Big T-Rex needs more. If you guys want to advertise that you have a group up and running and you need more people in your group, feel free to use the chat to do that. Let them know, hey, we got a group over on the NA. It is going to be Alliance, or if it's Horde, let them know. Be like, yo, we got a group. The name is going to be like 5v5 Dalaran Duels. Look us up. Need like 2, 3 more, however many. Feel free to address the chat, man. It's a community-driven thing. Community-driven event. Thanks. Hello from Switzerland. What's up, Ike? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. How is Mage going in Shadowlands? What's the best spec for PvP? It's a little early to say what's going to be the best because still tuning is happening. Literally, Blizzard I could tell you, like, okay, it's Frost. And then Blizzard is going to do tuning last day of beta, and it's going to be Fire Mage. Like, they're going to go like 80% damage. Frost is going to go nerfed 80% for PvP, and it's going to be like, well, my info was wrong now. So it's not a good idea for me to tell you guys what's going to be the best for damage-wise. All I can tell you what's looking good right now, but know this is beta. But if I just say, I'd say Arcane is looking pretty good for level 60 as well as Frost. I've seen people play Fire too, or trying to make Fire work. I doubt Fire is going to be that bad. I mean, 100% crit with Combustion, Breath. I think with a Rogue, you'll still have plenty of comps you can set up. You know what I mean? Good for some Duels, man. You're more than welcome to join in, by the way. Thank you, anyway. Thanks. Is there even a group? Stop Mithrin. You can make a group, by the way. Why don't you make a group, huh? What's the best guys for DPS and M+ right now? At level 50 or level 60? Because level 60 is still going through a lot of iteration. I think we need the need to ping champion. This is I can do that. I can do that. Sorry for that. I see Fire Mages a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of mages with Pink T-Rex. Oh yeah. Yo, Pink. Are you guys Alliance or Horde? You guys need more. We need more Alliance, by the way. If you guys see a group, if you want to pop in, join one of the groups with 5v1s. Go to Player vs Player, pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group, top 5, enter. An Alliance that need 2 more people for Pink T-Rex as a group. As Lord Pallet got his 5-man already ready, but as Pink T-Rex can get 2 more people, man, on Alliance we're good to go for 5v5 1v1 Duels. Top 3 casters. Oh, that's a hard one. No, it's not a hard. Shadow Priest. 100%. One of the top 3. I don't know if top, but definitely in the top 3. Shadow Priests are nutty right now. The damage they can do in single target is great for PvP as well as raids. They can also slap in Mythic Pluses too. Mages as a class. He likes in class. He doesn't expect the classes. I guess Mage as a class would be pretty good in Warlock. Hunter's probably going to be good too, but I know that for Warlock, Affy, Demo, Destro all do damn. For Mages, Arcane as well as Frost are really effective as a range. Hunters, probably going to be Marksman, but they've been getting nerfs. Maybe going to be Beast Mastery, but like even my GM isn't even sure about Beast Mastery right now. So if I had to give you one with confidence, Priest, Mage, Warlock. There you go. Got a Priest Affliction, Warlock, Mage. Okay, that's a decent one. This is a decent one. What's up, Technical PvP? You ever want to join these? We're doing one on A today. Dahlia, okay, what's up, Porch? How you doing, my man? Porch, to be honest, today's, I'm not, actually, I've been lacking sleep, and I've been dealing with IRL bullshit. So, I'm honestly going to be trying to put that as far as I can on the side while we enjoy our stream, okay, boys? But don't be surprised if I take a day off tomorrow or something like that. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised, boys. Do not be surprised. It's a Sunday anyway. We'll come back Monday. We'll have some more fun. Get our keys done before the weekly reset, dude. But holy shit. Take it easy, man. Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you, guy. Because you keep asking all the time, you okay? As it makes you think you're asking like if something's wrong, and every time I'm just like, oh, this is good. No, what's up, man? How you doing? But I never took it that way. But today I can actually be like, well, I actually got an answer for you. Yo, Frozik is owned right now, dude. Frost Death Knight's owned at level 60. At level 50, they're a little bit questionable, but at level 60, they fucking own right now, dude. It's actually a ton of fun. Actually a ton of fun. I'm hoping they'll be pretty good at level 60 going forward with the two-hand playstyle, you know what I mean? Because so far they'll look good, but I'll have to wait and see. Take what you got, my little Brody. What's up? See what I doing, man? Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate ya. Yo, happy Halloween to you two boys. I didn't do anything special for it. What's up, Bible? How you doing, man? P-T-Rex needs one more on the Alliance, boys. We already almost have 2 groups available over on the NA. Yo, it took us a little bit of a while on the U to get groups up and running. So honestly, Alliance, I feel like US is not that much slower really right now. You know what I mean? But I was saying earlier, yo, is that a dude multi-boxing? How many? What the fuck? How many birds you got there? There's like 1, 2, 3. I think it's a 5-man at least. At least a 5-man. Is he just leveling all those druids at once? Or they're all level 50? This guy got leveled. Yeah, it looks like he just finished leveling a bunch of them. How many is that? 1 is away. I'm seeing like, what, 3, 4 names maybe? Too bad for you, Duels the start of the night of them. Yeah, dude, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, I could maybe stream a bit early for EU, but I really don't want to fuck around with my schedule, honestly. Like, in the end, it felt like every time I did try to, let's say, stream early for one demographic or another, in the end, it didn't really matter. So many people are used to my current stream schedule right now that it doesn't really make it that much of a difference, really. Not anymore. Love the gnome stash. Gnome stash. I was gonna go for Culturan, but hey, man, if I look like Mario, I'm down for that. Make sure you're good. Yeah, I see you. I feel you, man. I feel you. Alright, boys. P-T-Rex, we need still one more on the Alliance for the 5V5 1v1 Duels. We want to find, if you're an Alliance boy and you want to join the 5V5 1v1 Duels with P-T-Rex, go to Player vs. Player, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find a group, top number 5, enter, and you should be able to see it there for 5V5 1v1, sort of, kinda. Pink, what do you have your group named as? Because it needs to be Alliance on my original spectator character, but then I had to revamp the Demon Hunter as spectator character, since I'm not even going to be playing Demon Hunter in the expansion. At least so far, it doesn't look like it's a spec that I'm even interested in. Maybe I'll give it a go once like beta comes out, and once maybe some more Demon Hunter updates come out. But like, none of the legends look all that good, and like it's mostly same playstyle. And like, I was really kind of hoping Momentum playstyle would be a thing. I actually would have liked to play Demon Hunter if Momentum became like meta for a little bit. I actually would have thought it would be interesting because it's different. Because I didn't really play a lot of it back in Legion, but a lot of people hate it because they had to play it back in Legion. I didn't play with it a lot, so I was just like, I kind of missed out. So I would like to actually play with it. Maybe there's a viable possible build I could do and not lose that much DPS, but so far not really interested. Unless there's too many sheep. Yo, if you can get a horde group up and running, that would work too. A second horde group would work. Can't dedicate my time to join and just watch it and all stuff. That's all good. That's all good technically. Glad to have you here, my man. Down on the rogue playing 5V5 Duels before we get Shadowlands. Will we get down on rogue playing in 5V5 again before Shadowlands? Well, Shadowlands is already here technically. The pre-patch is technically already here. But yeah, man, I'll be down to play. I'll be down to gear up and play a bit. But it's a lot of fun to being able to watch people play because of the camera angles, right? I can't do that camera angle play my rogue. If I could just park my rogue in a corner and do the flyby camera, and then when it's my turn, I'll play, I think I'll be doing something like that. But because I can't do the camera angles, I'd rather do this. You know what I mean? We need one more. We need one more on Alliance, boys, so we're good to go. Uno más, uno más, uno más. Uno más, we're good to go. Привет, Dalaran. Здорово, Fena. How you doing? Здорово, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back, welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. I fucked up my Russian and English there, dude. It just clashed at each other so fucking hard. How's it go? What's up, Seabark? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. You want to pop in? We're looking for one more Alliance boy over in PTX team for the pre-patch. How you doing, my man? That'll be the one and done. And we can get you versus 5 out of 5 ready? Fuck yeah, dude. Just make sure you're out of LFG. Spectator match. And Pink T-Rex. That should be good, right? Make sure LFG. I'm good. I'm taking a break from the Duels and Shadowlands. Fair enough, my dude. I've been enjoying pre-patch PvP a lot, actually. It's a little busted. It's a lot of burst stuff, and you literally die in a single stun, but I kind of like it, honestly. Or at least I don't mind it, if anything. It's like a claw dress stuff in Duels. Yeah. It's pretty nutty over there, dude. It's pretty nutty. Try again. Okay, I can do that. No mas, boys. No mas. What's the best ordered race for a major warlock in Shadowlands? What do you think, Seamark? You play caster. What would you play as a whoa, really? This map? As a first thing first? Alright. Cringe, but that's okay. I don't hate this map. I just feel like it's way too goddamn big. You know what I mean? Way too big. Just so much space. Just too much. And we got some monks. Oh my god. Mobility out of the ass. Switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves team 1 with Brew Captain. Whoa. Nice. Looking interesting. You got the wings as well. We got ourselves Mithra in the back as well as Aliskar. It's almost like it's supposed to be Aliskar, but this has a little bit of a lisp. You know what I mean? We got ourselves Peachy, Azabumi, and War Grand in the back of the Survival Hunter versus another team, Team 2, with Milord Pala ready to go. Looks like he's going to be first, and Yera's in the back as a Retribution as well. Rosario as a Beastmastery Hunter. Alade, whoa. That's a lot of Palas, yo. Milord, can you drop down one Pala next time? It's Shiryu as well on the other team. I let this run by just because it took us a second to get people together, but next time, can we only do 2 of each class? Unless you're like a warlock, and then you can have like 1 Demo, 1 Destro, 1 Affy, or Boomies and Pharaohs. You can have 2 Boomies and 2 Pharaohs, because they play different enough. It looks like it's going to be Aleph first up versus Milord Pala. Not really getting aggressive. I think he's trying to go for more of an honor duel bow, maybe, or maybe he's just trying to kind of wait it out, just build up a bunch of chi. Maybe he's waiting for Milord to charge in. A little bit of a slower opener for the both of them. Taking their sweet time. I mean, it's more chi for you. Gonna be a judgment thrown opener by Milord. Get hit with the disarm. Going for a slow onto Alice immediately, who goes in for a bunch of Vivifies. They're rare timid to fight one another. Some proper introduction needs to be made with the leg sweep. Stuns are getting trinketed by both of them. Big hammer hanging over Alethkar. Does he go for a karma potential? Actually bails out with the hammer. That's still going to do a ton of damage. That's going to be maybe Bob. Bob comes out. Alethkar's karma completely does nothing for him. Trying to use mobility to get away from Milord Pal. Looks like he is going to be able to escape. The blessing of protection has been used, but that was a karma being traded by the monk. Looking like he's going to catch up on a bunch of heals. That's going to be Fist of Fury stop without Hodge, and Milord still got wings rolling. Atlas could be in a really bad spot. Goes in for a disarm onto Milord Pala, who's going to back out of there. Try to go for a little bit of a heal himself, and Alice needs to catch up on a little bit of aggression here. Needs to start getting ahead in terms of cooldowns. Milord still holding on to Shield of Vengeance. There's still going to be a lot of self-heals available whenever needed. Incap, as he's looking to maybe just get away. Alethkar, I think he's gonna have to wait until the next karma. Maybe try to get a bubble out of Milord Pala. Maybe yes, he's gonna go aggressive karma. He bubbles it, try and take it off. Aleth gets the hell out of there, teleporting out of the way. And this is where the monkey's gonna maybe have to get some cooldowns, maybe some mobility. He's gonna get a Lexi. Watch out, Milord Pala defensively does go for a heal. The hammer doesn't do the most amount of damage. At this point, I'm not even gonna go predicting what the kind of damage the hammer is gonna do any single time, dude. I'm just done predicting, because every time I feel like sometimes I say, oh, it's going to be a big hitter. No, turns out it doesn't. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I doubt it's going to do a lot. Where does health go? That's usually what it comes down to. You know what I mean? I feel like it happens every single time. Hodge into Alethkar, and looks like Milord Pala does have wings. Is that proc or is that actual wings? Aleth might actually have to go for a karma. Is that going to be bubble maybe out of Milord Pala? Just think, it looks like he's just trying to blast through the karma. Looks like it is good karma for Alethkar. Is going to get a lot of healing out of it. Fist of Fury flying to Milord Pala. Quite a bit of damage as he's going for as many Vortal Glories as possible. The wings do still hold up. Shield of Vengeance up and running. It looks like both of these are trading blows very evenly. Hodge onto Alice. I think he might be going down. Two globals at half health from Lord Pala. That's all was necessary out of him. Taking the monk out of the game, and Brew Captain is going to be next. Is he playing it any differently? Well, a couple of things that are different. He is playing Relentless as a trinket choice. Blood of the Enemy with a bike onto Lord Pala, as the Pala is going to bail out of there immediately to try to heal through all the damage. That is a Blood of the Enemy. Big burst playstyle for this monk. Didn't really pan out. That's going to be about 1.5 minutes before I can do it again. Some of the other things he is doing differently is diffuse magic, which I think is actually going to be pretty good against my Lord Pala. That is this holy damage. That is technically magic damage. If he can pop that as he's getting smacked around by wings, that could reduce the damage heavily. That's also going to be pretty good for the hammer. Can he actually reverse the hammer back to my Lord? Can he do that? Karma onto my Lord. Looks like he's going to take the full damage. It's not bubble this. That's going to be quite a bit of karma. And Brew Captain does run out of mobility, even though monks, I feel like, are the most mobile. He does run out of mobility, taking the sweet time just to catch up on health. My Lord getting hit with an cap for a second. And that is going to be wings available. Brew Captain taking quite a lot of damage. Got the mobility to bail out of here. That is going to be his advantage on this map. It's a massive, massive map. I mean, the temple, is it temple? Toveron Arena? Why do I want to call it temple? Toveron Arena means huge. There's a lot of surface area, and there's not much you can really do about it. Miller Pala taking a bit of damage. Hodge reversed on the Brew Captain. I think it's going to be either proc or real wings off of it. Does he have enough damage? He did sprint Crusade, so that does have a little bit of ramp up in damage as well as in haste. Brew Captain popping off. Diffuse magic, looking for mobility just to get the hell away from Milord Pala. Hits him with the disarm, but still the Wake of Ashes goes through. Don't need a weapon for it. That's gonna be a big old hammer hanging over his head. I think Brew Captain might be done and done. No more defense unless he can heal right now. Is that hammer gonna do a lot? Slamming down, and the monk didn't even stand a chance. Peachy is gonna be up next. A balanced druid, a big chicken riding a big chicken. Oh, alrighty. Well, Milord Palace still holding him to a bubble and Chill the Vengeance. No bop, but not like he really needed a bop against Peachy. Wouldn't have done anything against him anyway. Can a paladin stand toe to toe with the boomkin? I think you normally wouldn't want to switch that around, but after yesterday's EU duel, with a boomy blasting, I think it might have actually been a paladin completely out of the game. Maybe it was somebody else. I think it went up against a paladin. I don't remember how that ended. Pretty sure normally that ends with the boomy dying. But I think Peachy could actually go for quite a different strategies. First of all, sustained damage for boomies for PvP has gotten better. As long as you have your dots and as long as you're going from eclipse to eclipse, you're getting those shooting stars as Milord Pala is taking a little bit of dot damage. Does get news. Peachy could go for a Hodge. That's going to be a Hodge. Maybe a Barskin for Peachy. Does he choose it? Looks like that was Thorns for a second. Looks like Thorns are gone. Barskin does come in as the hammer is dropping on, and Peachy could be a perfect opportunity for him to go for some big damage. Actually, just tanking this up as best as possible into bear form. That's going to be a Typhoon onto Milord Pala. He's going to use mobility to try to catch up. Peachy trying to see if he can swing around the other side of the arena. Is going to be a Roar for a second. Cyclone almost landing onto Milord with a Hodge to follow. Peachy does choose to trick it out of it. Trying to go for another Cyclone onto Milord Pala. Why he got super low? Wait a second. Oh my goodness. I think it was Milord Pala got a random proc of wings there. Not much you can really do in that situation. That's super unfortunate. Method is going to be up next, trying to make a Blood of the Enemy work, bopping all the cooldowns. Milord Pala is nowhere near the Blood of the Enemy getting wasted. The Witch's Broom, dude. The Witch's Broom for the fastest getaway ever. That is super unfortunate. That is incarnation and everything for Mithran. Super unfortunate. Dude, boys, I was excited too, man. I was excited for a Boomy to do something there too. But then Milord Pala, random wings proc, and that's it, dude. He went from doing kind of sort of damage to, wait, he's actually bursting. And if only Milord Pala did not play Crusade, he would have played normal wings. I think he would do even more damage. Because Crusade, you need to build up a little bit of damage. It looks like Milord is taking sweet, sweet time avoiding Mithran. Going to be a bash by the Boomkin. Is Mithran going to be able to do much here? Does get hit with a Hodge. It's going to be a Barskin. Chickens out of it. While Barskin is up, Thorns to follow him. Is Milord Pala going to commit damage? Try to go for a Belf. Not going to do much. Perfect opportunity for him to get some Sword Surges back to back. Going to be wings available from Milord Pala. Trying to go for as much self-healing as possible. Roar comes out for Mithran. No more Thorns. No more Barskin. He's actually kind of exposed as Milord Pala does have... Was that another wings proc? You got a wings proc while you have wings? Hey, I see you only got wings, so I gave you wings for wings. That's going to be a hammer over Mithran's head. Nothing you can actually do about it at that point. Once you trinket against a paladin, and if they land a proper hammer on you, that's it. It's over. The paladin on the witch's broom, dude. Because I think he actually, if he had to do the whole mount up thing, right, the cast and whatever, I think Mithrin would have been able to catch up to him. But because he could just kind of, bah, boom, broom, immediately, he could just bail out of it really, really quickly. With paladins having more mobility while mounting compared to the other specs, I mean, just a massive advantage. Wargren is the last one left. Survival versus Milord Pallet. Can survival survive? I guess the versus Milord Pallet got going on because he got random wings proc, Crusade. The Crusade is a bit of a double-edged sword. One hand, you don't get the most damage, but second, if you do get the ramp up, like, the damage is nutty. The damage is huge. So I don't really know what you can really do about it. It's gonna be Hunter's Mark into Milord Pallet. Hunter's Mark no longer does anything though. I was about to say, like, Hunter's Mark set up, he's gonna go, but it was like, okay, no mind. Hunter's Mark doesn't actually do anything. Which actually, good guy Blizz, thank goodness he took that off. But as a rogue, I actually have gotten hit by Hunter's Mark a couple of times by a Hunter in camo. Just hits me with Hunter's Mark, I'm like, I don't know where he is. Should I cloak and vanish? Oh. And then double tap comes out of nowhere. But speaking about double tap, my lord getting quite a bit of damage. That's going to be another set of wings available for him. Trying to go for the biggest setup. We're going to get hit with the hammer. Does he go for feign death? Trying to harpoon to my lord. Does he get the freezing trap? Drops it down. Nothing happens from the freezing trap. Takes almost no damage from that hammer. Very, very little setup with that feigned death. Milord Palace still got wings rolling. This is a bad situation. Could potentially be maybe a big damage out of Milord. Hodge onto the Wargren. He is super low. So is Milord. Bubble comes out for the Paladin. Goes in for as much self heals as he can. Wargren might need to look for a heal sometime soon. Turtle Shell heal actually goes into camo instead. It looks like his pet is going to be coming. Is going to be popping out of that camo freezing trap. No, I think this is done. Feign death. He's not actually dead. Tricked him. Never mind. Just the amount of raw damage and healing, like, it's just so overwhelming sometimes. Paladins, boys. Wheelchair class, lol. Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, this is Paladin level 50. I guess we should also remember it, right? We should remember it. Oh, I got print. You got a 5v5? Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. We got print with a 5v5. Beautiful, beautiful. Looks like Boris setting up a group. Did we get I think we gotta get we gotta get the group that just won with a 1v5 versus print. We gotta get them in real, boys. Yeah, Picture X. We gotta put you on hold for a second. We gotta get you. We get Milord Pala versus print here real quick. So to let the rest of his team. I'm not first out. Yeah, it's fine, man. It's fine. However you want to do it. However you want to do it, my guy. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Beautiful. He plays good. He has farmed the gear. That's why. Well, I guess gear is going to be pretty big, isn't it? Quick trying to make a group, but no one's signing up. Well, Boris, let him know in chat that you got a group, dude. Alliance or Horde. Let him know. Make it easier for them to join in, my man. Raphael and Print. Hopefully that works. Yo, boys, Boris is looking for a group. Boris Demoniac on Horde is looking for more people. Join them up, boys. Join them up. Hordes. Any Hordes in the chat? Palace level 681. Where's the beta at the moment? Really? I've heard the opposite. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Oh no. Okay, we'll let Illustrated play. The fact that you have so many Palas, but it's okay. We'll let it happen. We'll let it happen once. I'm pretty sure Print got it, dude. Pretty sure Print could do something. Twitch. Here we go. What's up, Boris? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. We got ourselves Team Milord Pala and my man looking regal as hell. I like the tabard too. I feel like it really fits the rest of the mog. Got ourselves Yaris. We do have 2 or 3 paladins on the team, but we'll just. I should have asked him to swap a pally out, but we'll let it slide. We got Rosario. We got ourselves Shiryu, Alade, and Yaris versus Print. Oh, that looks so good. Print, are you blind? Are you blind? Oh, you are? Oh my god, that actually looks so good. I think it just adds a little bit. And there's a scar. Yo, that looks so cool. We got Print. We got ourselves Thralls. We got ourselves Walk Hun. Yo, looking good too. We got Walk first up. We got Sony in the back. We got Kanda. Walcott getting hit with a hammer. Probably going to need to trinket it. Does he? He does. Try to go for as much self-heal, so it's going to be poured out with that hammer. The hammer does clash in and do quite a bit of damage there. Alade does have cooldowns rolling for this duel. Playing the Crusade. A lot more Paladins picking up the Crusade instead of the normal damage. Bike thrown into Crusade is going to go with a bit of a shield of vengeance. Walk-on tanking this up a little bit. Looks like he's going to use, so this he was like, you know what? Looks like Alade is healing up to full. I'm going to separate for a second, catch a heal real quick. Alade does stack up Crusade for quite a bit. That is going to be an Azat trinket, giving him even more tankiness. Walk-on not really looking all that good right now out there with a Hodge. Mighty to Karma and run out of there. Going to be a bop. You knew exactly what was going to happen there. Trying to bail out and catch himself a bit of a reset while he's waiting out the wings for Alade. He's going to get a roll at the very last second. VO5 available. Alade dropping down the defensive zone. Defenses Walk-on still super low and does go down. Not a lot of those real left in his toolkit to deal with it. Maybe if he still held on to that Ring of Peace, or maybe use it early to get the cooldown back faster. It might have been a little bit different. Going to be a Hodge knocked into a Grotting Totem. Still a hammer hanging over Thrall's head. It doesn't do the most amount of damage. Dropping down capacitor, lag the lasso onto Alade. Is gonna hit him with an Earth Shock, maybe a Stormkeeper. Looks like he's gonna run and get a Stormkeeper. Run and gun as Alade is taking quite a bit of damage. Still got plenty of heals, still got bubble. Gonna be an interrupt on fire for Thralls. He could actually go for self heals. Is gonna go for an Earth Elemental instead. Try and tank this up a bit. And there goes out of Hodge. Maybe that's where the Elemental wall is available. Okay, not okay or not. That's super unfortunate. What I was trying to say is maybe this is where you pop your wall from an elemental, but looks like Earth Elemental wall not in play for the day. Very unfortunate, but that's gonna be the Shaman versus Alade. Alade still didn't have a bubble, so I don't even know if that would have been enough to survive it, but I feel like you might as well play to the last bit of cooldown, the last every bit of cooldown available. Saudi dropping down a bunch of DPs into Alade. The Nazat trick, it does come out, but looks like it's going to get burnt through fairly quickly. Short fear onto Alade. It's going to be somebody going in with a Void Eruption into a Void from lots of Void Bolts, lots of DPs. That's a lot of self-heals. Alade is having to use a lot of their mind control in the very last second while a bunch of DPs are on Alade. Prevent Alade from not only generating holy power but also healing while keeping him in massive siege. Trying to see if he can force a bubble out of Alade. Does he go for maybe? No, he does not go for a greater Mass Dispel. I don't know what's it called. What, Great Dispeller? Greater Fate? Greater Blessing? I was actually going to say Greater Blessing. Mass Dispel was not used for that bubble. But it's still going to be a stun until Alade and a bunch of DPs. Mind control while DPs and the dots are rolling. That is actually a very, very deadly play right now for Shadow Priest. Into Mind Flay right after. Mind control after dropping a bunch of DPs on an enemy. They can't do anything. Unless you got a trinket or something. That's literally a hard CC. And you can combo that into a stun or stun then Mind control after drop a bunch of DPs. There's nothing you can do about it. It's actually kind of spooky. But it's perfect because it's Halloween. Somebody getting hit with a Hodge is going to be Alade trying to set up for a bit of damage. Wings, random proc, I think, or maybe actual wings. It's so hard to tell with these paladins because I think most of them are playing wings procs. Going to be Greater Fate for a second for Sony, still getting hammered, but that's going to be a Void Eruption available. There's lots of shadow damage up, stun onto Alade, bunch of DPs to roll, and that's also going to be Vampiric Embrace, getting a lot of the healer back. Alade does have a Shield of Vengeance, trying to stand next to Sony. That shield just narrowly misses him, just right out of that reach. Stun into Sony, looking to maybe go for a defensive, but decided against it at the last second. But that's still Sony under not even that much pressure, as Alade is the one that's actually taking so much damage from far. Next silence on Alade, you can actually prevent a lot of the self-heals. I don't know if Sony has tried to do that yet, because Alade is out of all defenses. Try to go for as much self-heals as possible. Sony take a lot of burst damage out of Alade. That's going to be wings available. This burst does come out. Alade taking the time with the wings to get themselves as much self-heals as possible. It should be trying to generate as much holy power as humanly as they can. Stun onto Sony. Void form available. Try to get more DP. Slow it down Alade just to get one more DP as they go behind the corner. It looks like he does not. There goes that silence. Might be enough right here. Alade cannot heal. Actually under a ton of pressure. And Sony wipes him out with a big old execute. Rosaria is up next as a BM Hunter. Sony getting hit with a stun in the opener. Rosaria got quite a bit of damage here actually. Getting Sony to about half his health with those pets and bursts alone. Fear onto all the pets. Try to go for some Shadowlands. Looks like they juked out a kick from Rosaria. And Sony's still under a ton of pressure. Wait, Beastmaster Hunter actually pumps. Wait a second, does Beastmaster Hunter actually own? Because he got him in a single stun there. Does Beastmaster Hunter actually do stuff? It looks like the pets don't have any dots, so Rosaria is going to be able to get a camo. However, Print Warlock is going to get him out in the open, playing the destruction. Going to be a quick turtle shell for Rosaria. Needs to pull the pets back maybe for a self-heal, because he's taking quite a bit of that dot damage. He uses that pet heal whenever possible, though. It's going to be Succubus on one side, Print Warlock on the other. Is Print playing a... he's playing Succubus, okay. For some reason, I'm so used to Print being Affliction. For some reason, I guess I decided, okay, Shadowlands, Print is Affliction. And I keep thinking he doesn't have a pet or anything, but he does have a Succubus. Mortal into Rosaria gives Print a little bit of health. We are at 6% dampener. That's going to be a big Infernal coming down. Minto and Immolate onto Rosaria. Print does trick in the stun from the Hunter, trying to land a fear. Going to be a feint to dodge in one fear, interrupt on the other. Chaos will still get a cast through those. Print got himself quite a bit of burst damage rolling. And that's going to be a Warlock House just to get himself a little bit extra survivability. Rosaria does get a trap onto the Succubus, but the Infernal is still out there rampaging and doing work. Going to be a port for Print Warlock. He is kind of low though. So is Rosaria. It could be anyone's game. Next interrupt could be really bad. Nice disengage in the line of sight of Print. Looks like he's going to get back over there, get some dots, tag it Print. Next stun is probably going to be end right here. Feint death real quick. Print super low. It looks like Rosaria actually might have it. The pet damage is not enough. The Mortal Coil does give Print a little bit of healing, and Print turns it around out of nowhere. Shiryu is going to hit with a Succubus CC immediately. It looks like Shiryu is no longer adaptation here. I think he was trying to go adaptation for the next deal, but he saw the enemy team decided to swap out for the Trinket. I think his Paladin's adaptation is not that bad of a choice. Lexiup onto Print Warlock. There's probably going to be a ton of damage. I don't think Print has anything left. Yep, unless you... that's such a death too. Unless you have Mortal Coil, I think you actually have nothing left in that situation. Kanda Rogue, last one left, is a Survival Hunter on Team 2. 7 minutes into the duel. The dampening is slowly rolling up at 15%. And there's still quite a lot of people left on Team 2. We got 2 more Paladins left and a monk, and Kanda is just gonna kind of try to see if he can maybe aggressive here. Stun, perfect opportunity, actually discharging. His animation is all funky look. It does maintain the dots of the Shiryu. It's taking quite a lot of damage. Goes in for massive self heals. Big dress out of Kanda. Karma to follow, and Kanda looking like he actually just wants to see this into a freezing trap. Just waiting out until Shiryu's defensives are gone. Still perfect opportunity for Manic Benedict to catch up on all that heals. Full dots of the Shiryu. Tried to stop Kanda with Fist of Fury, but looks like it's not going to do it. The dodges might have it, and the pet comes in for a last bit of bite in there. Just bites at his ankle, and Yeri is going to be next up. Kanda actually did not use any defensives for that duel. The only thing he uses maybe cooldowns offensively. He used Eagle, aspect of the Eagle, to get some range damage with those Raptor Strikes or Mongoose Bites. And otherwise, he's actually pretty healthy. This is a rogue. This is a survival hunter, though. So, and hunters are generally squishy. Even though survival is the most survivable of the hunters, they're generally squishy. So we'll see how it works out for him. It is 22% dampening. Yaris does have a couple of immunities, which is going to give him massive advantage. Full stun into Kanda. Does shrink it out of it. Gets the stun onto Yaris. Forces a chicken out of him. Freezing trap as the wings come up. I think Kanda is trying to see if he can test Yaris. Like, hey, are you going to pop bubble for this? Are you going to try to go for big damage? Threw a trap maybe a little bit late. Might be able to get himself a steel trap to follow around the corner, though. Feint death for a second, turning around onto Yaris, trying to make some damage happen. No hammer just yet. Yaris getting the hammer late. Not going to be able to commit a lot of damage into that hammer, though. So that's going to make it a little bit harder for him to get the most value. Kanda sitting with a hammer. Final verdict and then hammer right after seems to be a pretty deadly combo. So I think that's what it really comes down to, is the final verdict with the hammer. I think that's what really makes that a lot of damage. Big dress into Yaris. Might have to bubble this. Looking to maybe not bubble to try to heal through it. Does not have wings for this. Super low. Bob comes out. Not the best choice. I think the poison damage still can go through. And Kanda does take him out. The poison damage does go through. Quick camo versus Milord Pala. It looks like the pet is stuck next to the Pala instead. It's going to be a full stun with a trinket coming out from our Lord. Freezing trap as the Hodge comes out. And it's going to be super yard. And Kanda goes into a turtle as he sees the bubble come up. The wings are available for Milord Pala. If Kanda can just kite the wings out, he might be okay. Because that was a huge, huge play. And that's going to be that broom taking a page out of Milord Pala's book. Insta-cast Broom just repositioned very, very quickly. Give him the most advantage. Big hammer available for Milord hanging over Canada's head. Does he have the Feign Death playstyle? We can Feign Death and take no damage. I think he does. The hammer did nothing just now. Milord Paladin is very, very low. No bubble available. Bob comes out. Freeze the trap to stop it. I think he actually got it. I think the Survival Hunter just outplayed all these Paladins, man. Blessing of Protection, I mean, Shield of Vengeance still up. Dots are going to be pretty killer for Milord Pala. Canada trying to stay nearby in order to get the interrupts if necessary. Harpoons to Milord for a second. Does have the range. Milord goes for as much self-kills as possible. Wings do get procced or used either way. Stun onto Milord. Canada's looking to end this duel. Big dress. I think it's going to be right here. Actually a monster. Taking out these. You look like Samuro, dude. You look like Samuro from Warcraft 3, dude. The Blade Master. Holy shit. Oh my god. Get it with him 3 kills, dude. Yapping him. Yapping him. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Let's get another wheel up and running. Is it Samuro? Somebody correct me. Because I know Samuro is in Heroes, but I'm pretty sure they took Samuro from Warcraft 3. Because I believe that Samuro, that Blade Master style, right? The Orc Blade Master was like in the campaign, I think, wasn't it? The Burning Blade? Because it was like very, very starter WoW stuff. 20, dude. Yeah. What? The Hunter? I used to... Wait, which one? The Beastmaster Hunter or the one on your team print? The BM one. Oh yeah, was he? Dude, that disengaged from your fear at Lana's side. You got him though in the end, man. You snapped him out of it. What's the name of the Orcish Hunter? That was Kanda Rogue? I think his name is Kanda Rogue. Alright, let's get ourselves Boris and Pink T-Rex in here. We gotta get Print and Milord Pala queuing against somebody else though, so yeah, cute. So we gotta get Print versus Pink T-Rex or against Boris. Probably versus the other guy and then Boris. Misclick Bubble? Unforge. Yo, Milord Pala, my man, switch out one of your paladins in your group. I only want like 2 of each class. Too many paladins can be a little bit like, too many of each class can be too much. Like we have 2 sub-rogues in the other team. If that was 3 sub-rogues, they'd be like, oh, Red and Sleeper. But if it's 2 sub-rogues, I'm like, we can work with that. We can work with that. You know what I mean? See if they have an ult that they want to play for these duels or something. You know what I mean? It's along those lines. Alrighty. Get another one going, boys. Switch. What's up, Jeremiah? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Got us a team 1 together with all dark. Is it supposed to be all dark, like your old dark, edgy demon hunter with a... Or is that supposed to be just... We got ourselves demoniac as subtlety. I looked at the weapons, I was thinking assassination, but subtlety. We got Holy Plague. Interesting name. Zedalus, as well as Aliphobia. Rogues, be out of stealth unless you don't take so much. Druids, be out of cat form and out of stealth. And all y'all be out of cat forms and out of forms and out of stealth. I guess Peachy can stay in Boomy form. It doesn't really make that much of a difference for him. He gets more armor, not more health. We got Serotonin on the other team, and Serotonin is also sub-rogue. Look at the mustache, too. You got the red Mog assassination weapons. We got Chicago on that team, too. Peachy in the back. Brew Captain as well as Warg Ren. Looks like it's going to be a rogue game. Wait, Serotonin coming out of stealth. You see another one dueling? Is it somebody else? Is it Peachy? It's hard to tell who's dueling. I guess whoever comes out. I think they were still trying to figure out the roles, and it looks like it is going to be Chicago. Okay, it's number 2 versus number 2. Works. Wait, maybe not. Are they trying to... I think it is going to be... Yeah, Enhancement Shaman. I like that Mog, by the way. It looks like a rib cage, and then you have a little bit of bony parts in your feet. Interesting choice. You got the pink Mesas. That's going to be an opener by Demoniac. Is that going to be a big one-shot? Tricky comes out for Chicago with Ascendance in the opener. Trying to go for the most amount of damage while that's going to be the Dreader Racial for a bit of a heal. Demoniac, is he going to be fine through all the damage blind on Chicago? It looks like there's going to be a full blind reset onto Enhancement Shaman. That's a rough one, dude. That's a rough one. I don't even know how a Shaman is supposed to deal with the rogues. I think you have to be playing the talent where in Ghost Wolf you have more healing. the honor talent, as well as damage reduction. That's going to be Demoniac getting yet another kidney shot. Was that big blood of the enemy burst? It looks like it was dry, so a lot of his damage is gone. But Chicago still takes so much damage. This is where you want to go for as much CC as possible and get yourself as best of a heal as you can as early as possible. I don't really know if they could have done much about it. But Demoniac, after you got the trinket off, blind, reset, another go, not a lot you could really do there. Rogue broken right now? Dude, rogues are broken. But are they though? I feel like sub-rogues can do a lot of damage. Assassin can do a ton of damage. Hell, Outlook can do a ton of damage. But are rogues broken? I feel like even Palace, like people will tell me Paladins are broken, but I'm like, you know what? I feel like they're really well scaled for level 50. But I won't really say they're OP, but maybe, you know, I gotta play more, I guess, more Paladins too. I gotta just go into arenas and go against like 20 teams with Paladins and then see if they're busted or not. That's gonna be Peachy actually getting the thrash off of Demoniac. Thorns available immediately, and looks like Demoniac is looking to just get out of the evasion up. That's gonna be Peachy getting the big zapper from above. Is he gonna swap? Looks like Peachy was just gonna tank this up in bear form for as much as possible. Demoniac took a little bit of that dot damage. Looks like he's gonna be able to get the hell out of there fairly quickly, fairly efficiently. Peachy looking to catch up, does get the dots onto Demoniac. That's gonna be the stars falling from above. It's gonna be that much harder for Demoniac to really get a lot of value. Does pop into bear form as the kidney shot comes out. Barskins as his Demoniac going for quite a bit of damage. Big dress does come in. Bash on Demoniac, gonna be Peachy with big cooldowns right now. Demoniac might have to pop a cloak here. Does pop a cloak. If Peachy goes back into bear form, needs to get those dots on Demoniac ASAP. And looks like that is going to be a blind to separate the two. Demoniac does come out without any kind of dots by the looks of it. Shadow steps next to Peachy. Looks like he actually was summoned in combat. Someone had him dotted up. Does still land the sab though. Yeah, someone definitely has him dotted up. I think maybe it was a thrash. Because someone kept him in combat. Peachy needs to get the dots on the Demoniac ASAP. But that is his incarnation. Got it out of the window. Thorns immediately for Peachy. Just gotta hope that the Demoniac does keep hitting into the thorns. Looks like that is going to be a kidney shot right now. Peachy popping in bear form. Is that going to be enough to survive? Maybe. Needs to go for as much self-heals. I think Demoniac is going to go for a shadow step kick if he gets a chance. Peachy needs to get himself heals ASAP. Trying to go for regrowth. There goes that intro. Peachy, does he have any more self-heals? Looks like the bear form heals are coming in. They are coming through. Some dots are on Demoniac, but the dots do break that CC. And a kidney shot. Peachy does have a Barksy for it. Does Demoniac have enough damage? Looks like he's kind of running out of energy. There goes his big burst of energy. Peachy trying to knock him back, and not a lot you could do. I feel like it's so tough against rogues. It's really tough. But I feel like if only Peachy was somehow able to get the dots onto Demoniac and let those dots sit there, long game against a rogue who's fully dotted. I mean, with those dots and then the stars that are falling, I feel like the rogue will lose eventually. You know what I mean? Maybe they need to add Fury Fire back into the game. Maybe Fury Fire needs to get added. Because I feel like Druids had a pretty good time against the rogues and Fury Fire was the thing. Not letting him catch re-stealths. But it's going to be Serotonin versus Demoniac next. Sub versus sub. If you can't beat him, join them as we got a sub rogue for the team to themselves. We are at 5 minutes into the duel though, so dampening is going to be rolling in little by little, boys. That druid is pretty much played optimally. That druid played that pretty much optimally. Really? That's crazy. Can you cast? If only you could cast in bear form Sunfire and Moonfire. I think maybe Moonfire you might be able to, but Sunfire? If you can cast Sunfire while in bear form, I think that'd be huge. It looks like it's going to be both rogues next to each other, so Return decides to stand still for some reason. Maybe he looked in like a pocket mirror and he was just like, oh my god, my mustache looks so good. Stun into Demoniac, looking to turn the damage around. Demoniac does not trinket it. Looks like he doesn't even have a trinket for a blind. Oh! Caught himself a shadowy duel into a big old shadow strike. And is looking for a reset. Serotonin took him out. Classic vanilla WoW style, dude. Full stun, kidney sheep shot into a kidney shot into a blind reset. He doesn't have to do the full sap reset into another reset like that. Because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to press go reset, prep, and then go for another cheap shot into a kidney shot into yet another blind into reset sap into the cheap shot, kidney shot, and there's nothing you can do. If they don't have a trinket, they can break him out of any part of that CC chain. Actually, nothing you can do, and it's just super long. It takes forever. Aliphobia is going to be up next, though. I just realized his name is Aliphobia. He's afraid of these alliance, dude. He sapped him, though. zapped him, Serotonin. I think last time Serotonin might have had a human racial available for it. It's going to be a big cheap shot by Aliphobia. Serotonin does get himself a Cloak of Shadows as well as a Vanish. Cheap shot onto Aliphobia. Looking for big damage right now. Trying to make as many Eviscerates fly as best as it can. Might be enough, actually. Big evasion for Aliphobia. Cloak of Shadows does come out. Serotonin does not have a defensive anymore. An evasion is up for Ali. Kidney shot. Does he have enough to take down the Alliance Rogue? Or is Serotonin going to take it? Aliphobia does get that Eviscerate at the very end. If only Serotonin had another Shadow Dance coming up very, very soon. I think he would maybe be able to get a cheap shot, full wombo combo. Ali did have a Trinket, but if maybe you can go for a cheap shot, Trinket, cheap shot again. That's Eviscerate into Mark for Death Eviscerate. Maybe something like that could work. But that's pretty big. That's pretty huge. Brew Captain is going to be up next as the Monk on Team 2, 16%. Dampener Boys does see Aliphobia. That's going to hit him with a Crucible Flame. Cheap shot does connect. There's going to be a Trinket for Brew Captain. By going to throw it in and the Rogue. And I don't know if he's going to have enough to survive it. One more hit is needed and does get the zap from a distance. Very, very unfortunate. But now for Brew Captain, it's actually going to be versus Holy Plague, which actually has somewhat of an advantage against. Hear me out. Shadow Priest, they're pretty nutty. However, Devouring Plague is a disease upon this world. We must eradicate it. Well, Brew Captain can actually eradicate it. They actually can use Cleanse Toxins, I think. Diffuse. One of those two abilities. And it actually purges disease. So if you get a bunch of, if let's say Holy Plague goes in for DP into DP, it's a third DP. Brew Captain just like cleanse. It is good. I mean, the VT and pain is still going to cause a lot of pain, but he can actually deal with DPs fairly efficiently, which I wonder if this is going to be good for him. Plus that insane mobility. If Holy Plague can even catch him in the first place, trying to see if he can roll up into Holy Plague. Does have an incap. Images are up stone into follow. That's going to be a big disperse coming out for Holy Plague pretty early on. Trying to use the disperse to stay mobile next to Brew. He's going to hit him with a stun. It's going to be full dots up and running. Void form available already. Probably a bunch of DPs. Holy Plague going there for that greater fade, actually. Waiting out for the damage from Brew Captain. That's going to be a silence and a karma to follow. Holy Plague could go for Vampiric Embrace if he wants. So it's quite a lot of damage. Actually reverts back to him. All those DPs. I think they do still heal him, but they do damage. And there goes that port as he goes in for a bit of a reset. Brew Captain is able to at least get himself somewhat of a reset. Holy Plague does catch up on a lot of heals as well. The healing for Shadow Priest is actually quite nuts. I would say it's very similar to that of Elemental Shaman healing. With the healing surges. I think they actually do quite a bit of dam. Or quite a bit of heals, really. Quite a bit of dam recovery. Quite a big number. It's actually a significant amount of healing. It's a significant cast, is what I'm trying to say. Brew taking it really, really slow. Very, very easy. No point of rushing this duel. In Capital Holy Plague. Does he have another leg sweep? He does have a leg sweep. Images available as well. Buying this time with Fist of Fury. Trying to go for the most amount of damage. Holy Plague actually taking a ton of damage. Interest down into Brew Captain. Holy. Trying to see if he can get him some Shadow Men. Not a lot of health really available. Trying to get DPs. I guess touch death. But Brew Captain. Nice. Properly set up touch. And Zedalils is up next. Brew Captain bails out of it pretty quickly. That's going to be the Ring of Boopity Bop. Zedalus is going to be denied space, and Brew Captain uses that time to mount up, so that's going to be pretty good for him. That is going to be pretty goddamn good for him, man. So many players not playing Trinket. I'm not surprised because, well, some players have immunities. Like a Shadow Priest does not need a Trinket. You have Disperse. And you can grade a Fade, a CC. You know, certain classes I think can play without a Trinket. We're going to learn some metas here. Like a Rogue technically doesn't need a Trinket if he can always escape away from the enemy. It looks like Brew is going to get caught with a slow. Does get an incapital Zedalus. Maybe some damage is going to happen here. Leg Soup does not really have a lot of damage. Zuwen does get summoned out though, so that's going to do quite a bit of damage. Stun onto Brew Captain. Does still have the human racial, and I think human racials are going to be a lot better now. I'm afraid we're going to make Alliance much better since we do need a Trinket in the Trinket slot again. This is going to be Human Alliance everywhere because it's going to be easy CC break. So you can have double DPS Trinket. Bob for Zedalus. There wasn't even a Karma, and Brew Captain got a bop out of Zedalus. Not really sure if that's what you want to do as a Pala. Bold move, Cotton. Let's hope it pays off. Throwing the judgments at the images instead of Brew Captain. does land the Haji the way, and Zedalus looking like he's not actually committing too much damage, mostly for a self-heal. The bubble might need to come out. Will even have enough for a bubble here. Karma available. Zedalus better deny as much damage into that Karma as much as possible. Brew Captain hoping to catch up to him and end the duel right here. Is the bubble available? Bubble is up, and Brew Captain looking to maybe waddle out of there, just kind of leap it out of there, catch a few heals or two. Ring of Peace is up. Not like it does anything while the bubble is up. Throwing a bike of Zedalus. Is this going to be enough? Let's see if Zedalus gets out of it. Look at the very, very dire for him. Does get the Hodge. A Ward of Glory is still keeping him alive. A 43% dampener. Your heals are almost cut in half. And he's still struggling to stay in, but he's somehow still doing it. He's struggling, but he's doing it. What a champ. Brew Captain just popping out even more images, trying to end this duel if at all possible. Fist of Fear probably gonna have it, and does land that kill at the very end. And all Dark already on the prowl, on the chase, landing that stun. Fell rush into an eye beam. It's gonna be lots of damage. Brew looking to escape out of it. Tricky comes out for all Dark into another stun of the Brew Captain. I think he might have it. Brew, does he have any kind of heals anymore? I think he's done. Port, wait. Oh, Ring of Peace. Doesn't really stop the Demon Hunter. Incap. Oh no. And that item just cleaves you in two. That was a lot of mobility. And old Dark just with a big old meta just left in there. Didn't even matter to him. Literally didn't even matter to him. Wargren. What is that Crucible damage? Wait, he just hit him for what? 10% of his health with Crucible? Bro, and he's in camo still. That's something hunters can do. If you're in camo and you throw Crucible at somebody, apparently you can hit Crucible without taking you out of stealth. As a hunter only, because it has to be camo. I don't think any other slow or any other invis stealth effect does that. But that was hilarious. Oh, they're getting some freebie tags on him at 52% dampening. Being all a demon hunter, it's all about aggressive playstyle. Looking to maybe backflip onto Wargren. Does hit him with a stun after that imprison. Does get the fell rush for a bit of damage. Stun onto Wargren into an I-beam right after Wargren does throw down the freezing trap onto Old Dark, who's almost phasing through the wall. Many benches available for Wargren. Doesn't really get a lot of health recovery. You might as well go for the most amount of damage possible. Might as well. Old Dark looking to get himself just a little bit more health. I think Wargren at this point could just send the pet at Old Dark, and that would just whittle him away over time. We are at 55% dampener, boys. 14 minutes into this duel. Old Dark catching that remount, stun into Wargren, trickets out of it, throws a stun back at Old Dark. And that's going to be a big dress. I think he might just have an I-beam available, and it interrupts the I-beam immediately with Juliano Costa. Love your mustache? Yo, thank you so much, Juliano. I don't know, man. Can we get a hashtag Juliano in chat? Showing appreciation for what you're doing, my man. Let me know if the J is an H in your name or not, my man. Thank you so much, dude. All Dark. I think you're just dead. Try to throw crucibles at him. I think you're just done. The dots. I think you're just dead. The dots for Survival Hunter, the procs with Azerites. And Brew came up and actually did quite well as a monk. I thought he was actually... I thought he was going to have a much harder time with those guys, but he played as well as he could. Almost escaped the clutches of a Demon Hunter. But you got some of the most mobile classes playing against one another. Not much you could really do about it. So I think it was Boris's team that had... oh, wait, Pink T-Rex, I think, is the team that won, right? I think. Now I have balance. I have a balanced 5v5. All right, man. Sounds good. We got to get you and Print and Pink T-Rex and Boris dueling different people now. So I think we'll have to have Print versus Pink T-Rex and you versus Boris. 1 hunter, 2 reds, 1 bounce, 1 monk. Okay, that sounds good to me. Print another 5 out of 5. Wait, 20, 21. Okay, here we go. Yo, let's get Print and Pink T-Rex here real quick because Print's team hasn't really get to play much. And want to give him another chance as while my Lord Palace team has got to play a few times now. We got Print and Pink T-Rex. Both of their teams kind of won their last duels, and then we got Boris and my Lord Palace, just so I can get some variety so you guys are not playing against the same teams. Otherwise it'd be Print and Milord Pala rematch over and over and over. So I'm gonna try to see if we break it up, and it's gonna have to be 1 team or 2 teams really having to wait a little bit longer, but that's okay. What's up, Val? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Miss the old DHs? Yeah, dude. I'm kind of okay with DHs being a little bit changed up. They're going to come back in level 60, though, once you have borrowed powers again. Just because this one class is designed around borrowed powers, pretty much. We should ban the broom. Not much you can really do about the broom, honestly. Like, I can't really ban the broom. I can be like, guys, don't use the broom, and then somebody uses the broom. What am I going to be like? Well, hold on, end the duel, kick that guy out. They actually can't kick people out of the groups once the arena started, right? Can't really do much about it. So I'm not going to try to make rules over things I can't control. It's the holidays. It's the Halloween. It's going to be gone soon anyway, so let them use a broom. I think it's gone tomorrow, because tomorrow I think is the anniversary. Twitch, isn't it? Yeah, I think tomorrow might be the anniversary event. That'd be kind of cool. Got us a team 1 with Print gonna be on the team 1 playing Demonology this time. We got Sony as a shadow priest. We got ourselves Canada as a survival hunter with Shiv playing Shivir playing as a wasn't Shiv a for some reason I thought Shiv might have been a blood elf. I guess I'm wrong on that one. And Wog Hun versus team 2. We got ourselves Peachy, we got ourselves Brew Captain, we got ourselves War Gran. Oh, I don't know which one is which. Oh god. Well, there's a pile of them. Serotonin in the back, as well as Chicago. This is gonna be first. Is gonna last. Looks like Shiv is gonna be out first. He's testing. Is it Chicago playing first? Is it the enhancement shaman? I think the team 2 is still trying to figure out who's gonna be first or last. It looks like it is probably gonna be Chicago in cap onto the shaman. Hopefully Chicago will have an easier time than against some rogue. Trinkets out of the stun, tries to go for a sunder. Looks like Shiv does trinket out of it. That's gonna be a little bit of lag for Chicago, just kind of teleporting around, but that was a counter strike totem getting dropped in, and Shiv backs away from it. Quite a bit of damage from those pets, the ghost wolves as well as the earth elemental. Chicago is going to try to get, oh my god, you kind of teleporting all over the place. Next is Shiv, does still have a sentence for a second. Sentence does go down after the stun. Capacitor totem comes off, and Shiv looks like he actually might have rolled a little bit too far for Chicago. Both of them lagging a little. Both of them lagging just a bit. Chicago taking quite a lot of damage right now. Is going to be popping into Ghost Wolf. Wall has not been used yet. Pond trying to get himself Earth Shield. I don't know if that's going to be enough. The wall comes out with late. Does he go for himself? Heals? Does he get enough heals here? Thank you so much. Counter-Strike totem down. Shiv better take it out. The Counter-Strike totem can do quite a lot. The more damage you do to them, the more damage zaps you for Chicago. Stuck in a Fist of Fury. And not much they can really do about it with Brew Captain trying to see if he can catch up. Yo, can we get a hashtag? N8AP? Wait, N80p. My man, thank you so much for the 2 bones we stashed the commentary. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you. Shiv getting hit with a bike from Brew Captain. Fist of Fury locking him down. Does hit him with the disarm. Karma does come out, and Shiv, perfect opportunity for you to get some self heals as Brew is looking to get the hell out of the way from you. Try to separate the 2 monks from the duel with that Ring of Peace. Going to be a big old Karma reversal by Brew Captain. Does also go for a diffused magic as well, I guess, for the Karma that Shiv was setting up. And Shiv's just trying to see if he can outrun the Karma man. Does have his own diffused magic as well for any damage that Karma have put up. And that's going to be 2 monks actually getting the hell away from each other and doing a bit of a reset with Vivify spam. Shiv does board back and trying to kind of take the high ground by the looks of it. Let's see if Brew Captain might be able to break through the mobility, as both of the monks have used a lot of the cooldowns. Actually, Shiv does have a trick coming up very soon. I think Brew Captain might have used his as a racial. It's going to be disarmed to Brew Captain. Well, now that Fist of Fury does get in with Shiv's Fist of Fury into an in-cap. Brew does have images rolling. In-cap at Shiv for a second. And that's going to be that leg sweep. Trick it for Shiv immediately. Try to see if he might be able to survive. Lots of damage. Shiv barely surviving. Maybe the Warlock Hellstone is what helped him out there for a second. He got a burst of heals. That is allowed, by the way. Warlock Hellstone is allowed for Shiv to take. If Brew Captain and his team want to get a Warlock on their team, the more than welcome to. The more variety, the better, boys. As 2 monks are just kind of tussling it out. The first ones to land the Fist of Fury full is probably going to be the winner. Lexip is available for both of them very, very soon. Zuen is out for Shiv if he wants to use it. If he's going to use it. Brew does have images rolling. Shiv does have images as well. I think Shiv might have to wait and kind of try to see if he can outlast the other monk until images, leg sweep, and Zuen are up and kind of try to combine all that damage together onto Brew. That might be his best chance, honestly. Does throw a Fist of Fury onto Brew Captain. He is going to bail out of it. Disarmament on the Fist of Fury. That's going to be a big dress under Brew. Karmas do come back. Karma by Brew. Is that going to be a shiv? Maybe with the Karma of his own, he is going to go for a Karma. So Karma for Karma. They're just going to bounce damage back and forth and a lot of heals until both of the monks separate from one another. I'm thinking we're going to have 3 or 4 more resets with these two. Shiv did use the Zuen maybe a little early. Did try to go with the images without a leg sweep. So maybe that's something Brew Captain could do differently. Leg sweep, Zuen is available, images are up. Don't want to bike at Shiv, that's going to be Fist of Furies at each other. Needs to get the leg sweep on the Shift in order to lock him down. Does he get to do it? Shiv could be in a really bad spot. Leg sweep, no chicken available. Does Brew have enough damage so Zuen does disappear for him, or he's attacking somebody else? Oh no, he is here. I guess maybe he had to rant another Zuen proc. Is that what happened? Shiv does get a port, but not super far. In cap onto him by Brew. Not let him go anywhere. The Fist of Fury should be able to lock him down. Zuen, and that's going to be a touch of death that goes through the Fist of Fury stun by Print Warlock immediately onto Brew Captain before he can really get away from there. Throwing down the Axe Stars by his Felguard. Should be quite a good setup for Print. If he can get Brew Captain away from a pillar for a second, there goes that port, set it up. He might just be able to do something here, maybe a Mortal Coil off the port. Potentially. Just gotta hurt him in there. That's gonna be a Ring of Boopity Bop available for Brew though. He does go to Boopin Print Warlock, almost expecting it. At least trying to prevent him from being able to cast any fears. But anything insta, that's free. Brew is still taking his sweet time running circles. Print is going to be able to get himself handled down with the second stun. Mortal Coil into Brew, trying to get a Tyrant up and running. Maybe a Karma for Brew. Actually goes for a port. The pets are going to do quite a lot of damage though. This all Print needs to do is let the pets kind of do the damage. Looks like the Tyrant actually disconnected completely. Why did the Tyrant just look at Brew and just decide, oh okay, I'm going to go over hang out with Print. Hang out with the cool kids. I don't understand. That Tyrant could have at least kept chasing maybe. It looks like even through 2 Felguards, Brew is still going to be able to catch up on heals. 7% dampening, not going to hold him down yet. Another stun onto Brew. As Print trying to get the damage up and running. There goes the pets attacking into a monk who already has a Karma rolling. Print is going to take quite a lot of freebie damage from it, especially as images are up. Print going for a bit of a reflect. I don't really know if he can reflect. He actually could maybe reflect some damage back into Brew, couldn't he? When you pop reflect as he's building up the Karma, does that reflect back into the Brew? Does that roll into the Karma? I actually don't know. That's a good question. Needs more testing. That's going to be a diffuse magic for Brew. Too bad. Print isn't really all about magic. He actually has a pets that do quite a bit of physical damage, so it's really a nice spread of damage output. Is the pet, the Felguard, as well as the puppies. The magic damage is going to be Print with a couple of Shadow Bolts. I think maybe a Soul Cleave, I think might be magic damage. Chaos damage, Shadow damage. Maybe that can get stopped. That's going to be handled down, available. Brew trying to see if he might be able to get himself a bit of a setup onto Print. Print dropping kind of half-ish health. Is going to get a stun and a Tyrant onto Brew. Does he have a Mortal Coil to follow? He does not have a Mortal Coil to chase him, but if he can somehow hurt him next to the Tyrant, he might be okay. The Tyrant is struggling, very much struggling, trying to get around. It's going to get leg sweep onto the Tyrant. As Bruce is just going to bail out of the Mortal Coil. Does connect. It took a little bit of travel time for it to happen, but it does connect. There's going to be quite a few VO fights for Brew right now. As Brandon send himself up a gateway. Is that going to be maybe an offensive gateway? It is a defensive gateway to back out of there in case things go bad. This is going to be really rough. I think Print might have to get Brew maybe away from these pillars and maybe on the ramp. But it's also the Tyrants. Like, if only the Tyrant just kind of stewed where it's supposed to, right? He summons a Tyrant. He stands there. He's looking at Brew. He's like, I want to cast, and then just walks off. It's like, what is this pad blizzard? At least it's not as bad as the A-bomb. Remember A-bomb last week with that DK? That was rough. 8 minutes into the duel, we are seeing 90% dampener. And it looks like Brew does have a lot of defenses available. Karma is up. Incap does come out onto Print. Does stop him with a stun. Maybe Mortal Coil. Actually takes a gateway instead. Mortal Coil runs him in a direction as the Fury comes out. Print is going to shrink it out of the stun. Getting a second stun onto Brew. Trying to see if he might be able to get himself a Tyrant. Looks like it's going to be full Tyrant. Potentially Karma out of Brew right now. And Print, does he go for a Reflect? He does go for a Reflect. Is that going to be enough damage to reflect back to Brew right now? Print is under a lot of pressure. Could wall this. Should probably wall it, but that's going to be Brew. Taking him out with a nice touch of death at the end. Still has quite a bit of ticking damage on him, but that was a very close duel for the two of them. Looks like Canada is going to be up next. Not a Karma in sight. And I think Canada should be able to just finish it right now with Brew. Yep. There he goes. Not a Karma in sight. He could just come in, throw a bunch of dots, finish him with a Serpent Sting, and just go reset. fairly easily. Serotonin is going to be up next over on the team 2. And actually, there's quite a lot of people on team 2 that's still left over. There's 3. Actually, there's 3 people on each team. It felt like that duel took so long. I feel like more people should have went down. But Serotonin trying to see if he can maybe get Kanda Rogue out in the open. He's just going to sit in camo. He's just chilling. He doesn't need to go anywhere. As we hit on that 10 minutes very, very soon. 27% dampening, going to be 30 in just a few moments, boys. Kanda does pick up the eyes, sending the pet second on him. And Serotonin doesn't realize that he is already found. The dots are already rolling. As we get into higher dampening, it's going to be harder for Serotonin to maintain that healing, especially since Rogue's heals are not as good anymore. Cheap shot on to Kanda. That's quite a bit of damage though. Freezing traps, trying to see if you might be able to get... What is that position? What is that pose? What is that? Trying to look like a ballerina over here. Kanda trying to see if he might be able to kite the Rogue out. No trinket have been used yet. Unless you want to use the human racial for something. Big dress and a blind comes out. Kanda trying to follow. Oh! Serotonin could have maybe survived with a blind evasion onto the pet. Walk away with a self-heal. Maybe that would have been something. Man, close. Next up is going to be Peachy as a balanced druid. Peachy, if you want to play Feral, you're more than welcome to, by the way. I know that's your main spec. Alright, Kanda. Hunting the cat. Eyes are up. Nope, doesn't look like it. Maybe, what? No, they're up. I guess they're up on this side normally, but eyes are up on that side. Camo. They're just kind of sitting in the middle, seeing if maybe Peachy picks up the eyes. Peachy does go for the eyes. That's going to allow Kanda to get that opener. Big old harpoon throwing him the nades, and that's going to be Peachy trying to tank up as much as possible. Freezing traps, bashes Kanda, trinkets out of it immediately. Trying to see if he can sprint out of here. Does get himself the pet sack, I believe. Maybe not pet sack. It's going to be a trap for Peachy. Didn't really stop him at all. The Peachy has big incarn. Perfect opportunity for him to go for a lot of damage. Stun onto Peachy. No way out of it though. No Barsket available either. And Kanda is going to go for the range damage playstyle. Taking Peachy out. It didn't even look like he's throwing anything on him. It's just the animation is kind of looking janky. Feign death while the turtle shell is up. But it's going to get him some manic advantage work and just throw the trap onto his pet. And Kanda should be able to get out of there with a freezing trap onto Wargren. The other pet is chasing him. The Rapture Wargren's pet is going to be on the prowl for a bit. 40% dampener. As Kanda is looking to maybe tank up in his side of the arena. He knows that Wargren was nearby, but the camo is couldn't exactly tell where he's going to be. For Kanda, this might actually be a tough game because he's actually down a lot of cooldown. Wargren does go for a heal. Turtle Shell comes out as the dress is about to connect. And there goes a bit of that manic bandages. Which Wargren could just walk by, drop down gently the freezing trap and stop Kanda. Now he has the perfect setup to go for a stun opener. Stun? That's probably going to be kill shot. That's it. I don't know if he can come back from that at all. Kanda survived for like a second out of that stun. But then it was done and done. Sony up next. Second to last on the other team. Number 2. Okay. What is it? Number 2 and number 2 actually. Okay, both of them number 2 on my keyboard. Just because Sony looks like he would be number 4 in the order from top to bottom. And Wargren looks like he would be number 4. But it's just weird. I feel like I keep saying that every single time we do duels. I keep trying to reiterate. I'm not trying to give you guys whiplash. Camo does connect for Wargren. Looks like he might be able to get out of this scot-free. Sony does go for the eyes to find Wargren. He does attempt to pick him up. He does get him. He didn't even bug out this time. Knows that Wargren somewhere out there manic bandaging himself. But he doesn't see him. I think maybe he figured it out. Pick the spot. Wait. I think he knows. You can also even look for your character's head, like where your character's head is facing. It'll tell you where the enemy is at. Look, if he gets near one of those pillars, and his character starts like looking at the enemy through the wall, it's a real thing. You can actually tell. Look, his character's looking slightly to the left, knowing that Wargren is on the other side. You can actually kind of see it hits him with a stun in the opener. Perfect opportunity for Sony to go for full setup. Does go for Void Eruption. That's going to be Wargren actually dispel himself full of dots, and that's going to be Sony breaking out of the freezing trap, getting hit with the stun. Wargren is the one who's going to be able to land all those dots. Sony needs to go for the most amount of damage. That is his burst, but he can still win this game with just DPs alone. Wargren is still taking a bit of that dot damage. He's going to have to go for a Crucible for himself. Concentrated Flame self-heal. Just kind of wait it out. Being a survival hunter, every 5 seconds you do get a heal. So you actually can make duels work pretty well. Just the passive healing does land the dots. I don't think Sony was actually quick on the draw to get pain or anything on him. As Wargren is again just getting those dots from around the corner. Looks like the dots are going to trade, and Wargren is getting hit with a stun. Perfect opportunity for Sony to finally get some DPs in it. Wargren does harpoon in there. The Shadow Fiend does come in to split the damage for the dress in case Wargren does go for a dress setup, which is actually perfect. Wargren's super low. The Shadow Fiend I think is going to have him. Tries to root the Shadow Fiend, but he's super low on health unless he can get himself Crucible Flame heals. I think he's done. Proc? Anything? I think it's over. And Sony taking him out. That was I feel like a lot of these duels at the very beginning were like really tense, and at the end it was just like, oh, okay, I got procced on. Fun, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's one thing that's going to be cool about Shadowlands is hopefully less random procs, because Azerite procs are just, there's a lot of effects happening right now. It looked like he flamed the pet. Oh, did he? Oh no. So if he didn't flame himself, but he flamed the pet instead, that's unfortunate. Alright boys, let's get another one going, yeah? Sorry. Let's get ourselves Lord Pala and Boris. They've been waiting for a while to get a group rolling for the 5v5 1v1s. Here we go. Did you actually queue Ultra Valley? Also, on Wowhead they hypothesize. On Wowhead they hypothesize that, you know, that Ultra Valley Korak's Revenge? They're saying that that might be back. That'd be pretty cool. That was a very quick leveling back then. That was really quick. I think it'd be kind of cool if they brought that back in. But it won't need to scale you anymore because it could just make it scale 250. Or it scales you upwards, I guess, to level 60 if you're low level. I think that'd be kind of cool. I wonder what they'll do tomorrow. I think I'll make a video once we know exactly what we have on this Tuesday. Glad I found the stream, learning a lot. What's up, Marcus? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It looks like Flames Pet. That's unfortunate. Big unfortunate. Let's get ourselves Lord Pala and Boris. And who hasn't dueled each other? I think Pink T-Rex and Boris dueled each other. We had these two dueled each other. I think Print and Boris. I think Print and Boris haven't dueled each other, did they? I think Print and Boris haven't dueled each other. So that'll be another one of those that we haven't seen so far. There we go. Some boomies and everything, man. There we go. Fast commentary is needed for the fast-paced action. Action, why the slowpokes complain. Fast commentary is needed. Should I commentate slower? Should I commentate a lot slower? Because I kind of trying to slow it down if not a lot is going on, but if something's happening, like, I just try to kind of explain exactly. I don't know, dude. I never usually play AV. Usually that one, one-sided hordes win on some time. You never play that AV? I remember I seen Alliance win that one quite a bit. I don't know. Korak's Revenge was a ton of fun, and I remember Alliance winning quite a lot too. Could be wrong though. Maybe I don't remember correctly. Switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves. Oh god, I didn't do the cam thing. We got ourselves Arrowitz. I thought you were an idol for some reason. We got Holy Plague. We got ourselves Mindset Windwalker. With Demoniac as well as All Dark. Demoniac gonna be first up as a sub rogue. Are we dropping Demoniac? Are we dropping that assassination? Are we dropping Assass completely? We got ourselves Shiryu on the other team as a Monk Sal. We had a count from another selflessly dueling fan. Thank you so much, my Lord Pala. And that's going to be all laid. First up for the duels with Rosario with them dragons hanging out in the back. Interesting Mog. I actually just got some starter gear from my oh god, I'm switching to the wrong person. I just got some starter gear from like a catch-up thing from Legion for my shaman that I'll be leveling for a heritage armor. It actually looks exactly like that. Is that what you got going on? Or is that actual Mog? Alade actually looks like that hammer that Aldark had. Actually muted while in Metamorphosis. Was that just the biggest play ever? That was just the biggest IQ play possible. Stone into Alade. That is the Shield of Vengeance still hanging on Alade. It looks like Aldark is looking to maybe get out of there. He's not playing Rain from above, so there's going to be no escape from the Paladin. Dustin with a stun, waiting out for that Shield of Vengeance to be off into a stun. onto All Dark. Alade trying to max up the damage as best as they can without Hodge. All Dark dropping down darkness for a second, looking to maybe get himself some heals, and Alade is walking out of the interrupt onto Holy. Maybe perfect opportunity for All Dark to get himself huge damage setup right now, trying to make those cleaves happen. Next time, Alade has a Hodge that is going to be pretty bad for All Dark. Does not have a blur or anything for this. Looking like he's just going to back up and maybe retreat. Yep. Proper retreat is necessary in that kind of a situation. It's looking pretty grim dark over there. Does get the stun to Alade. Next, Hodge can be really bad for All Dark. Does get himself leech. Actually comes in for like a hit and run. Stun, I-beam, blade dance, charge out of there. Next, Hodge is up. No blur available. No pre-blur. Safeguard Chicken is available. Does get buffed, and I think it's going to be over. All Dark does take him out. Super unfortunate with Holy Plague going to be up next versus a Paladin. Maybe this is exactly what we needed. Also, your name, Holy Plague, I think is going to be a very apt name, because all of a sudden we're now going to have all these Shadow Priests coming out of the woodworks. Now everybody's playing Shadow Priest in PvP. Prior to this, nobody played Shadow Priest in PvP. So it's literally going to be a Holy Plague. Alade, does he go for a Hodge there? That was a greater fate for Holy Plague. Hits him with a stun. Alade is going to take quite a bit of pressure here in the open of silence out of the bat. Alade, are you going to have to bubble this? Does a wings, big hammer hanging over Holy Plague's head. Could be a dispersed trick is with a fear onto Alade. Alade going to go for as much self-heals as possible. Hammer hits Holy Plague. Doesn't do the most amount of damage. That's going to be that Vampiric Embrace. Alade has Shield of Vengeance as a wall. Holy Plague taking lots of damage. His health is yo-yoing back and forth, but I think he might be okay. Vampiric Embrace and a lot of those DPs should be enough for a self-heal. Try to go for a cast. It's going to be interrupt for Alade, at least try to, but getting juked. Hodge onto Holy Plague, and Alade is going to catch up on health, even casting Flash of Lights for all that mana. It looks like the two are going to be at a bit of a standout, but I think Holy Plague is in a much better spot so far. In comparison to a Paladin versus a Shadow Priest, at least Shadow Priest gets to go aggressive all the time. You don't really need to stop and heal yourself, because the DP is constantly healing you. For Alade though, it's just a lot of pressure constantly all the time. You need to worry about your health. You just yo-yos back and forth. Greater Fade for Holy Plague. I don't know if Alade has a stun radio or not. Maybe has a stun. Try to go for Rebuke, missing it, so it's going to be Holy Plague catching up some heals. Hodge to follow. Does have a Disperse. Is going to disperse this early while the hammer is hanging over their head. Dispersing it as early as humanly possible. The hammer still does significant damage either way. Again, every time with a hammer, I just can't really... I just don't know how much damage it's going to do. Is it going to be a lot? Is it not? Holy Plague is still tussling in between. We are about to hit the 4 minutes, or almost the 5 minutes with dampening. But it looks like before dampening comes up, these two are just going to have intense healing constantly. Alade getting hit with a lot of CC. Silence to follow could potentially be a bubble out of this. Holy Plague better have a massive spell available for it. Looks like he does not need the bubble just yet. Alade actually going for as much self-healing as possible while Shield of Vengeance covers him with that shield. Holy Plague does greater fade. That shield does have himself the Void Eruption. Try to go for Shadowlands. There's no more casts available for Alade. No silence to stop these casts from Alade while the wings are rolling. And looks like Holy Plague is going to be down on his Void form for a moment here. Hodge again. Alade is still playing very defensively. Very defensively. This is why I'd rather be a Shadow Priest in this situation. I know, getting like juke and cast sucks, and I'm really bad at it. But I'd rather be a Shadow Priest in that situation. Going to be a big hammer hanging over his head. Stun onto Alade. Does he have a silence to follow? Trying to Shadow Mend as fast as he can. Looks like he's just going to let Alade recover. The hammer does damage, but not the most amount. That's going to be also Vampiric Embrace for Holy Plague. Perfect opportunity for him to maybe get super giga aggressive versus Alade as he's just rotating his defensive slowly but surely. Greater Fade back up. Disperse back up. The faster he can rotate his cooldowns, the more often he can rotate, the more aggressive you just stay, as we are at the 5 minute 2% dampening. And so far, just look at the health of these two. It's going back and forth, but nobody is dying. The two of the best self-healing classes for 1v1s are just looking absolutely insane right now. It's going to be a good while before he comes down. I think Holy Plague needs to go for CC chains. You're going to have to go for a stun, bunch of DPs with a silence to fall. Alade does have wings available. Maybe a perfect opportunity to silence them and not let him heal, not let him recover. Actually, not going to do it. It's going to be dispersed as Alade does go for a Hodge. A perfect opportunity for Alade to catch up on that heals. Can't even do damage to Holy Plague anyway. Shield of Vengeance, though, maybe once you make that Shield of Vengeance an aggressive play with the wings. The Greater Fate is available for Holy Plague. I don't think he's able to avoid the hammer, though. The hammer does connect, but the DPs are still going to keep him alive. Big damage out of Elade out of nowhere. Holy Plague under a lot of pressure. All of a sudden, Bubble comes up. Does he go for Greater Fate? I think he's going to be down for the count, trying to go for DPs, but DPs into a bubble do nothing. It looks like the Paladin does live to fight another moment versus Mindset Windwalker. Big blood of the enemy, big dress to follow, big fist of fury. Does Elade have enough to survive this? Ward of Glory is still keeping him alive. Wings that get him proc right now. Does he have another Ward of Glory? Touch of Death takes him out. With Shiryu going to be up next. Shiryu not going for adaptation. I don't know why I'm so hard stuck on Shiryu being adaptation. I think it's the first time we tried adaptation, or the first time I saw him as adapt. But definitely don't want to go adapt against Mindset. There's a fear of flying at one another. And Shiryu is coming out with full cooldowns defensively, but also aggressively. Mindset having to go for a karma here. Shiryu still holding on to his karma, disarm onto Mindset. So no, Fist of Fears are going to be flying, and Shiryu stacking up his own karma. The Mindset going to bail out as the damage is still continuing to ramp. Shiryu tried to catch him, but using the rolls at the right time does get you away from the other one, because you are going to be stuck in animation for a second with a touch of doubt onto Mindset. Shiryu does take him out. Not a lot you can really do at that point, honestly. Arrow Waltz is gonna Arrowwitz is gonna be up next. Sub Rogue trying to go for the big damage on Shiryu. Chick is out of that income, just trying to see if he can just dump this guy in a single setup. Just committing every cooldown available. Safeguard for a chicken proc for Shiryu. That's gonna be another shot of him, keeping him next to him. Reaping Flames almost gets him off. That's gonna be Fist of Fury. That's gonna be disarm onto Arrowwitz as he gets a blind onto Shiryu. Might as well go for a full reset. Did I just say get him off? That's awkward. Sap onto Shiryu, and I think it's going to be done and done unless Shiryu has some kind of a trick up his sleeve. Reaping Flames into a Mark for Death kidney shot. I feel like Arrowwitz could have ended that a little bit earlier. Just a cheap shot. Shadow check, Eviscerate, Mark for Death, Eviscerate maybe? A cheap shot, Nightblade, Mark for Death, Eviscerate, Reaping. Would have gotten Reaping off of that. Billard Palace is going to be up next. Just kind of went over to the scene of the crime where Shiryu was. Dropped down a consecration, just kind of waiting to see if the killer comes back to the scene of the crime. Watch how many crime stories. Arrowwitz would never do that. Why would Arrowwitz ever come back to the scene of the crime? He's too smart for that. He would never. That's a ruse. Oh wait, maybe Arrowwitz did come back to the scene of the crime. Arrowwitz did come back to the scene of the crime. Predictable. Big dress. Get a shot, get a trick, by Milord Palo. Taking it up into a Shield of Vengeance. Looks like Arrowwitz doesn't care about Shield of Vengeance. Just gonna bust right through it. Did have to cloak for it. Palo is looking to maybe try to stay alive with the Word of Glory. The rogue does bail out as soon as he sees the wings come out from the Milord Palo. Better not fight a Paladin while wings up and running. That is a Shield of Vengeance that was used. Pretty sure Arrowwitz was hoping maybe to get a bubble or a bop out of the guy. But I think you need to go for the most amount of burst in a single stun. And I don't really know if he really has it, because it looks like a lot of his burst is a bit separated. It's a little bit all over the place. But if you have yourself a dress and a Reaping Flames, you can go for as many eviscerates during the opener. But I'm pretty sure he has a trait that gives him a little bit extra damage from the Rupture, doesn't he? Nightblade. It's to be Nightblade damage. It's a, what is it? It's a trade that when you press Nightblade, but no, Eviscerate. Next, your next Eviscerate. Oh no, what did I say? What did I say? I don't even know, dude. It's a trade that lets you press Rupture, and then it makes your next Eviscerate within 8 seconds. Do more damage per common point invested. That's what it is. You have to put it on paper. Which add-on am I using? For health bars, that's actually WoW UI. That's not an add-on at all. It's just a WoW like interface UI. Yeah, probably let's try 1v5. Yo, more welcome to. That's another glyph for Shadow Fiends. I think it was the Shadow Fiend glyph, yes. For that Shadow Priest. Possibly. Man, Arrowwitz taking a sweet time. We're at the 10 minutes, 32% dampening. I mean, Shield of Vengeance, actually, you literally waited on stealth for 2 minutes. Because Shield of Vengeance to back up. What? Is everyone just waiting for Shadow Blades? Cloak of Shadows? Is that what he's doing? I'll blink for a second, and I'm just like, wow, we're waiting here for a while. Shadow stepping. into a cheap shot. Big dress trying to make a play here. Trinket comes out for Arrowitz. Milord Pala again. Those 2 minutes did pass. Tanking back up. Arrowitz looking to catch himself a resell. Cloak of Shadows and a vanish. Okay. Chat, are you ready for wait for 2 more minutes? Are you ready to wait for 2 more minutes so the road can open up after he has all his clothes back? Looks like Milord is not going to waste those 2 minutes anymore. Kindershot does get a bop out. Arrowitz does not have a cloak or a vanish. Looking to just sprint out of there. As the slows do come in, just needs a little bit more damage to make that hammer really slam. Evasion does come up for Arrowitz. Getting the blind onto Milord Pala. Bop has been used, so he does sit in for Barons. So Arrowitz is going to be able to get himself a full reset. Milord Pala could technically have a second go at this time with a bubble. Kitten is shot by the rogue. Reaper Flames to follow. Does he have a dress? He doesn't look like he does. Trying to make those eviscerates really pop off, making the most damage happen here. Potentially taking Milord Pala out. Bubble comes in almost late for Milord Pala, but does use it very, very defensively. Does look to maybe get some value on it. Arrowitz looking like he's going to be able to escape out of it just fine. Has the mobility. He's got that sprint. Does get interrupted from Milord Pala, trying not to let him cast any holy spells. Next Hodge in the row could be pretty deadly though. Does get the stuns up to Milord before the Hodge can come out. Big dress and the rogue does take him out. He didn't have to wait 2 minutes for a bit of that reset, but he does do the job. That's gonna be Sal getting him with the sap, and Arrowitz, I think he's gonna maybe hopefully wait only 30 seconds for him to get some CDs up. Only 30 this time. I guess the wait was worth it. He did have to wait it out. But I don't really know why he waited for a whole 2 minutes. Maybe he was waiting for dampening. Like, okay, let me make it harder for the paladin to heal. Yeah, but that's what he's trying to do. Together with wound poison too. Together with wound poison too, that would be what, like, how much dampening are we at? Right, like 30%, 20% on top of it, or like 50% on top of it. Solid dampening. But Sal's gonna be up next as a balanced druid. Still 2 more rogues left on the team too. Sal picking up the eyes. Knows where Arrowitz is at. He could actually drop down. Would Starfall do it? If he just drops in. Actually, he can't drop in Starfall anymore. He has Starfall around him. Huh. He's just gonna wait it out, I guess. 50% dampening rolling up right now. Kidney shot by Arrowitz, and that's gonna be Sal popping in Barkskin very, very early. Taking quite a lot of damage. Thorns available for him. Blind does get used by Arrowitz though. Just went in for a full setup. Saw the Barkskin, saw the blind, saw the Barkskin, saw the Thorns. Just blinded, reset. Sal does not play Trinket by the looks of it though, so I don't really know if he's going to be able to do much to him. What just got him out of blind, by the way, or sap? Was it some kind of a dot? I don't even know actually. Is he? I don't think he trinketed that sap, did he? Something got him out. He's just sitting down. He's waiting for this rogue dude. He's been waiting for so long. There he goes again, getting the shot and everything. Arrowitz does he have the potential here? That's going to be the Boomy still sitting in Barkskin. Thorns is up. Does have Barkskin roll into a cloak shot is available for Arrowitz. Just trying to see if he can burn through the defenses. Roar comes out. Sal pops out of a bear form for a second and pays for it. And Rosario trying to see if he might be able to get his pets over there. Flare does get cast into the smoke bomb. Getting shot by Arrowitz as looking to escape out of it. What kind of a setup is Arrowitz going for? Because he's playing very, very, very defensively. Very defensively. Big damage by Rosario though. Arrowitz does not have advantage for a bit. Has evasion. But the pets are just still blasted right through him. Does not need to turn his back to the pets. Okay. Oh my goodness. I need to know what that Arrow guy was playing, dude. Was he playing that short vanish trinket or so, talent or something? What was he running? Because he has a lot of dam, but he plays it like super, super carefully, super, super slow. But then he just kind of melted there in a single stun. Like he's either playing some kind of a glass cannon build, right? Like 0 versatility, all mastery, all critical strike or something, right? He's got to be doing something funky, but that's him going to be going down. Rosaria left last one up versus Demoniac though. And Demonic is a sub-row. Kidney shot does come up. Does he get the pet heal maybe? Can he do a pet heal while he's stunned? That's going to be the survival of the fittest, giving him a nice defensive. Short knockback on the Demoniac. Maybe a freezing trap. Landing the freezing trap. Does Demonic even have a trinket? I don't think he rolls a trinket to get out of CC chains. Rosario does get himself an acceleration though at 65% dampening. Stunner Demonic. Perfect opportunity for your pets to really go ham. Getting quite a few bites in there. Demonic is actually out of defenses completely. The Turtle Shell is off. The pets are on him. Still Bestial Wrath. And I think it's an opportunity still for Rosario to get this win. The pets are doing quite a bit of damage. Kill shot needs to come up. He actually could peep in for a second. Wait, the pets are actually just going to melt him. He actually got the pets to melt him. Oh no. A Beastmaster Hunter wins in the end. That was surprising, actually, because I'm not really used to Beastmaster Hunter doing that much. To be honest, watch him wait to get the blind back, dude. I think he would have waited. If he could, he would have waited that long. All the way to manage a blind if you really wanted. Alrighty, boys, let's get another going. I think the one duel that we haven't had so far that's been part of the variety for the day, I don't think we had Boris and Print. Yeah. Print is ready. Let's see if Boris has a group. 21, 22. Wait, no. Don't want to replace. No replace. Here we go, 23. Here we're supposed to join next time. I say let him play if he wants to. But only reason he flipped over was 70% dampened if he got frenzied there and killable. Oh, you think so? Maybe that's how it would work. We would just flop over feels Badman. Druids can do well, but I think you have to have gear in order to do well as a Boomy because they can do damn. They really can, especially at level 60 they do. Especially at level 60 they pump. The Boomies have a lot more consistent damage. I just don't know how they will be doing in duels. We've seen an EU Boomy like blast in duels though. So maybe it's like Blood of the Ignorant playstyle might be the play. It's not like a very, very short go, right? Bash, Blood of the Enemy, full cooldowns, Star Surge. Boys, I don't shit on arrows, man. What do you do to you? Okay, let's get Print and Boris in here just because those two have not dueled each other. And we'll get Pink T-Rex as well as Milord Pal against one another as well. Try to make it as much of a variety as possible. And these two, I don't think have got to duel each other yet. Demonic as well as Print. So I think it'd be better doing them. Rogue or DK for Shadowlands? Yo, I say both, dude. It's gonna be the expansion for alts. Neither? What? Okay, well if neither, I would probably do Shaman then. Shaman looking a lot of fun. No grinding in Shadowlands? Not like AP grind, no. Well, there's gonna be AP grind, but it's not for like character progression. It's for your Order Hall or Covenant Sanctum. You get like cosmetics and stuff. But I don't think you're gonna need it to grind power. You're not gonna have any AP power grinding at all. I'll make a video on similar stuff, like things that you don't need to do in Shadowlands that you did this expansion. AP grinding, you don't need it for power. So Twitch, I think it's gonna be a nice change of pace. You know what I mean? Looks like we only have 4 people on team 1, but team 2 got everybody in there. We got Aerobits, we got ourselves, Holy Plague, we got Demoniac, Mindset Windwalker is gonna be first up with All Dark in the back, and I think I missed somebody, did I not? Or maybe I didn't. Demoniac, did I call him? I hope I did. Mindset though versus Candor Rogue at the very start, booping him out, making him go airborne. Karma getting used pretty early, but that's gonna be a Blood of the Enemy. With the dress being used, the Zoan hit with a freezing trap, and Candor is looking for a bit of a reset. Not much you can really do with that Karma still hitting him through the turtle, which is super unfortunate. Mindset though getting slowed down with a trap. Is trying to go for as much defuse magic as possible. He's trying to defuse any damage, whether it's magic, whether it's poison, whether it's whatever. Get a hit on the trap on a cast. Actually, is he going to be in a good spot at all? Looks like both of them are super low. And Mindset barely taking him out. Does Mindset have the dots though? It looks like Kanda took out Mindset at the very end with the final dots. Both of these two just came in, slammed everything that had at each other, and it just really came down to the final dot. If only Mindset just had the smallest heal possible for it. I think it would have been all right. Arrowhead's trying to get as many cooldowns out of Walken as possible. The Karma does connect and he bails out with a Karma. Looks like he's actually free of dots, so he's going to be okay. So Walken did burn his Karma, and that's going to be Arrowhead's committing 0 damage to that Karma. This is going to let him get a full reset. That was a Cloak, that was a Vanish, and that was Shadow Blades. And I think Walken, you are going to have to pick up the eyes, man. I think you are going to have to pick up the eyes. I think with this rogue, if you remember last game, I mean, you could wait literally forever. He's never going to come out. You're just going to wait until he gets cooldowns back. But Arrows did burn a Cloak, Trinket, and a Vanish, so it might be pretty bad for him going forward. Walken tried to go for his sus. For a bit of that resuscitate. Oh my god. Arrowitz is nearby to land the sap. The Shadow Step sap immediately as soon as he needs to. Is he actually just gonna wait? I think, yeah, Arrowitz, I think he's just gonna literally wait and just cheese this with CDs, because he was doing that last game. Cheap Shot finally going in for a bit of damage. Walker actually without a combo for a bit. Big dress on the Wog trying to go for diffuse magic. I don't really know how much you can diffuse with those big eviscerates. I guess a portion of that eviscerate damage you technically can. Blinded to Walker, the images are on air, which should be keeping him combo for quite a bit. Walker can somehow reposition on top of Arrowitz, at least get him tagged in combat. Does port next to him. There's going to be a Crackling Jade Lightning. There's going to be a Smoke Bomb for Arrowitz, sleeping right in there. In cap onto Arrowitz. Walker has enough damage here. There's going to be a big old dress into Arrow. Does have evasion. That should keep him alive. Trying to build combo points for the next skin shot go. Does get the go as Walker is trying to roll away. It looks like Arrow is actually not trying to go with that kinder shot, trying to really play it defensively, but he's still going to get tagged up, getting that cheap shot onto Wog. Eventually, that's CC. It's going to be the yard. Getting the roots from afar onto Arrow, who is waiting for that vanish very, very soon. And there goes that vanish for the rogue with a Cloak of Shadow. Just waited out a little long enough. Walken does have Karma, does have Trinket back up and everything. It looks like Arrowitz with his patience did have to wait out until that Trinket is back up. Wog is trying to pick up the ice, getting shot by Arrow. Is going to Trinket out immediately. It's going to be Trinket burned for the Lexi. Arrow actually surrounded by images. It looks like he just stopped at the end. He was just like, you know what? I'm surrounded. I'm done. I got nothing. I tried my best. I guess he hit his limit too. Big touch of death used for Walker just to eliminate the rogue out of there. And Walker actually coming into this duel with everything but a Trinket. He got Zuen, he got images, he got Karma, he got diffuse magic, and that is a Shadow Priest, which a monk does have some potential against. Mostly with the idea that you can dispel or purge those DPs. Fear onto Walker as well as the images. Holy Plague is going to get the proper perfect opener with a Mind Blast, trying to get some insanity for those DPs. Actually could have set up a bit more dots on this images as well, actually. Stun onto Walker. He does go for diffuse magic. It's going to actually reflect a lot. I think it's going to send those dots back to return to sender those dots back to Holy Plague, missing him on the with a dress because of a greater fade by Holy. Perfect setup there. Does get those DPs back to back into Walker. Walker might want to be looking for a Dispel himself, maybe potentially Karma. Silence onto Wog, goes for a Karma reversal onto Holy Plague. Holy could maybe try to see if he can reverse his damage back to himself. Just gonna go for a self-kills since Walken does not have an interrupt. Just juked on that. And Walken looking for a bit of a reset. That was a Karma. That was a pretty big defensive use just now. It was a fairly short cooldown, but it was a massive defensive. So right now, Holy Plague, if you can get some lots of pressure onto Wog, maybe with a CC chain, a stun into a silence, there's not much you could really do about it. We are at 5 minutes right now, boys, with the 1% dampening rolling in. Is that stash fake? Yes, definitely. I grew in my fake garden. Growing my fake stash in my fake garden, bro. Holy Plague getting some base dots. Stun onto Wog. Does he have enough? He almost has a bunch of DPs that he can dump into Wog, and he better be very careful with those DPs, because Wog could start dispelling them. He better just get those DPs out one by one. Silence on Walker. Does Walker have an interrupt? He does not. Get juked again on it. That's going to be the disperse of Holy Plague. Pretty big cooldown used right now. For Walker, this is massive. He actually needs to just buy himself as much time as possible until that next comer is back up. Trying to see if he can just sprint past Holy Plague. Double roll with a Dragon Kick, just completely yeeting himself to the other side of the arena. And Holy Plague is actually out of defenses for quite a while. Walken could maybe cook something up. 20 seconds is going to be enough for him to get a Zuen and images, maybe even a leg sweep. Actually, by the time he gets a leg sweep, it's going to be everything but disperse is going to be coming back though. So potentially he could do something with that. He could make that work. It's gonna be walking in here. Let's go for diffuse magic. That's gonna get him horrid away. Karma is available as the silence comes out, and Holy Plague better not ramp up too much damage into that Karma. Does go for a Greater Fate. I think he might have Greater Fated that dressed again, because it looks like he has pretty good timing for it. Because he did press a Greater Fate. I don't know if he did Fade the dress or not. Zuen is available for Wog. Holy Plague is gonna go for Vampiric Embrace. That's gonna be a lot of self-heals. Walking, we gotta go for a bunch of dispels whenever possible. Better be trying to take that DP off you as often as you can, especially if it double rolls it into you. So if you see Holy Plague, gotta stack it up, that Insanity bar, and if full bar disappears twice in after 2 globals, you're in a bad spot. You better dispel. Silence of the Wog is gonna be another DP. That's hit him with an in-cap, looking for more resets. And Walker is trying to leverage his mobility and the bit of CC here and there, but mostly mobility just to get away from Holy. To try to see if he can maybe climb back, wait for cooldowns to roll back in. And Holy is sitting pretty right now. He got every defensive available. Fear onto Walkan, so he's going to be able to always get that opener damage on him. He's going to be able to get all the dots, get that base Insanity rolling up. Greater Fate available for the Whirling Dragon part. Super unfortunate, but Walken could maybe, if he has a dress coming up very, very soon, you can maybe do something about it. Does miss his kicks though. He needs to be a little bit better at trying to land his interrupts onto Holy Plague, because if you're missing those kicks regularly, it's not going to be good for you. Does have diffuse magic as Holy Plague, trying to roll in some damage. Holy Plague might have to disperse. It's going to be a karma, but Walken, does he go chasing after Holy Plague? It looks like he is going to catch up on a few heals and then go back to the chase onto the Shadow Priest. Whirling Dragon Punch does connect. Holy Plague does get a juke on that Shadowman. Needs to maybe in-cap that next heal. Walken, you cannot be missing your kicks like this. Big Fist of Fury flying. Maybe it's a no. Big Shadowman's is still available. And Holy Plague does go for CC. He's going to be Walken actually trinket out of that. Maybe Holy Plague has a fear or a stun for this. Could maybe someone turn around. Again, the interrupt getting missed yet again. Holy Plague is just so good at juking those kicks. And that's going to be most likely lots of DPs unless Walken can finish the game right now. Does have images. Zuen is available. It's going to be Embrace very, very soon for Holy, but looks like Walken does finish him off. And it's so just hard watching a Mug just struggle against the Shadow Priest. But in the end, he really did it. He really pulled it out. Leg sweep onto All Dark. He does trick it out of it. In cap to Walken. Walken is still not out of the woods. It goes from one threat into the next. I think that was a kick and stun missed. Actually, I don't know if it was missed. I think All Dark actually might have had DR. Heavy DR with the AoE. So big dress available. It's going to be I-Beam as All Dark just cuts the Monk in half. Print is available next. Is a Demonology Warlocks versus a Demon Hunter. You basically brought him the tray of food. You basically brought him the buffet. Is he going to be summoning all those demons? He loves that. That's his favorite. Yum. Actually, I wonder if Oldar can actually kill some imps and get like a ton of healing off it. Can't he? Isn't that a thing he can do? Because if he kills some demons, doesn't he get like their souls and stuff? There's going to be a Tyrant up and running. The Tyrant does not go for the full setup with the consume play, but it's going to be Fear into Oldar. Does proc. This little bit of damage from the demons does proc the Safeguard Trinket, and fearing him out of the darkness is huge. The Tyrant, oh, the final slap on the Tyrant just blasts him right in the face. Super unfortunate when that happens. Demonic as a sub-rogue is up next. Actually, for real chat, if a demon hunter kills like an imp, does he get that imp's soul? Can he just keep fueling himself with health and 20% more damage? Is not like a cheese play you can do, or is that not a thing? Because I know when it comes to NPCs, that's a thing, but with a warlock, I need to test it. Looks like Demonic is playing that assassination. He's gonna be throwing them crucibles from afar. Does have full dots rolling onto Print. And the Vendetta is keeping Print's health low. Interesting. We haven't seen Assassination Rogue, it feels like forever, honestly. Crazy. Crazy, boys. Crazy. Demonic trying to see if he can walk up. It's going to be stunned by the pet. Does not have a trinket of his own. Print is going to actually trinket out of the kidney shot. And there goes that Mortal Coil together with the second stun from another pet. It's going to be a full Tyrant available. Evasion's up for Demonic. Can't avoid some of the damage. Trying to see if he can take up all the damage and just burst into Print. But looks like his health is in a dire position. And Print barely outlasts the Rogue. It was really down to the wire. And Walkham, oh man, I actually healed a ton. I guess going for the resets and going for self-heals is all you can really do to survive. Because Holy Plague, I mean, his healing was nutty too. Damn, boys. Damn. How strong do you think Red Power will be in Shadowlands? I don't know, Illinois. We'll have to wait and see, honestly. Final tuning for the game have not been done yet. We'll have to wait what the final tuning says, you know? Alright, boys. I think we do one more. I think we do a quick one in here. The Lord Pala, Pink, let me know when you guys are ready. We'll get you guys in here. Boom. Do you have a group? 4 out of 5? Alright, let's get Boom instead. We'll get Boom. If we can get one more for Boom, we'll be good to go. And we can get him versus Lord Pala or Pink, whichever one is available. Whichever one's still around. How strong is it now? It's pretty decent. Are you doing only one more? Probably one more, Print. Yeah, probably one of us. Probably one of us. 5 ready. Alright, Pink is ready. What do we do like this? As soon as Boom is ready. Oh, he's ready too. Alright, we'll wait for Boom to get one more in. Because he's 4 out of 5. We'll get one more in. Regards from Spain. What's up, Xeris? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. I tried to get him hard. Like, you did good, man. You did good. You did good, dude. You did good. Practice makes perfect. You actually had really good jukes, by the way. You had really, really good jukes. Like, you were owning. But you can't win all of them, you know what I mean? Can't win all of them. Especially against a monk. That's just a lot of resets, lots of C. And it's not like a paladin where you can like stun them into a silence and they can heal. I guess you technically can. I think what you basically need to do is stack up a lot of sanity. You need to somehow get them to dispel, right? Dispel your first DP, then stun them, drop a bunch of DPs, and then right before the board hit them with a silence so they're just melting. Or mind control. Stun them, DP, DP, mind control, let them kind of melt, and then hit them with an execute right after. Something like that. That's rough though. It can be pretty rough for priests, you know, always having to deal with casts and whatnot. I don't really know what other priests run in order to get the damage they do. Maybe it's just a gear. They have like a mod trinket together with like a triple or double or triple stack DP. I don't know if you can actually win against it. I think it's unbeatable at that point, actually. The whole time I have this health bar above this guy's head, I thought this guy was a hunter. The fact he's looking at me is weird. Stop looking at me. Because normally they look at you when you like target them. Oh no, your character usually looks at them. Alright, Boom is ready. Alright, man. Look at you versus Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Catch a second by the time. Let's just coin flip, because I feel like Eeny, Miny, Mo always is fake. Alright, we're gonna do a coin flip for Pink T-Rex as well as Milord Pala. We'll do Milord Pala heads because he's the king and king always get the head. It's Pink T-Rex. Sorry, Milord. Sorry, Milord. We got us with Boom hashtag 13346. Let's see if it works. Wait, do you have no target? Oh. Yeah, mess up your name. Oh, no spaces, actually. Boom, hashtag 13346. Here we go. That should work. Music name, I can just get you a mix. Get your link to the mix. There you go, my dude. Wait, did somebody leave? My pallet's offline? I can wait. I'll give it a second. When someone attacks you and you're at half health, yo, that's 5V5 1v1 DUELS, my man. You gotta pace yourself. That's part of the fun. 5V5 1v1 DUELS, you pace yourself, you go from one target to the next, see how long you survive. I think it's kind of cool. We do have quite a lot of people that do like honor duels. Like if somebody, let's say, just finished a duel, somebody will come up and will walk like very slowly just to give the other person as much time as possible. They'll walk up, they'll do like a bow, they'll back up, and they'll give them like a full honor duel at least. At least if not full cooldowns, at least to let them get their health back. You know what I mean? But yeah. I guess it's because of a lot of damage procs and the Breath of the Dawn and Crucible. Yeah, they're pretty nutty right now. Breath of the Dawn and Crucible are pretty nuts. You joined the queue? It looks like I didn't have a queue. Free queue. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Give me a hook point game. Blizzard, give me a hook point right now. That's my all-time favorite map, hook point. I don't know why it became my favorite. I like it a lot, though. I like the environment. It's like a shanty town kind of thing. I guess it was always Horde, and I didn't really get to see much of Borealis, and in that one, I get to Borealis. Didn't work? Okay. I'll try again. We'll try it one more time. Yeah, we're not getting the queue for some reason. Boop, try relogging. Try relogging. Maybe it'll work. What's your favorite, Tolveron or Nagrand? Probably not Tolveron. Tolveron is way too big for 5v1s. In a 2v2 or 3v3, Tolveron is not bad, but in a 5v1 duels, I'm not a huge fan of Tolveron just because it's such a massive map. If I had to choose, probably been Nagrand. DP stacks. So DP doesn't stack, but it has a Fire Mage Mastery where basically you would do like a fireball, and that fireball would burn for like 6 seconds of that mastery, because that's what mastery does. Like your abilities, when they hit an enemy, they'll burn for like a little bit trail off damage. But the thing is, other abilities can roll, like fresh abilities can roll into that dot. So you have, let's say, a full DP will tick out over 6 seconds, right? You'll hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you press DP and then DP again, it's not like you'll have 2 DPs. It'll just be like the first DP, second DP ticking together. So they kind of like roll into each other, very similar to a Fire Mage Master. That's what Fire Mage is so good, because it'll just blast a bunch of damage into one enemy, and they'll really stack up that mastery. And the master would just, oh, down on sewers, that's a good one too. And the master would just kind of decimate through people. So as a Shadow Priest, if you save up, like, if you have a bunch of insanity, right? If you have a bunch of sanity saved up, you build up a bunch of sanity, you have a full 100%, 100 bar of sanity. And you go for that talent, or like applies all 3 dots on the enemy. So you can press DP, DP, press that other dot that applies all 3 dots. That's like 3 DPs ticking at once. It's nuts. Oh, this is awkward. Huh. That's awkward. Get invite to a guild. Huh. I should probably do those guild invites. Otherwise it's gonna be really annoying. Huh. Did I save the last one? I don't know if I did. I think I did. I probably didn't. I'm gonna save it just in case. SLUS. Chicago swapping to a paladin, I'm seeing. Nice. Nice. Alrighty, switch. What do we got? We got ourselves I Am Spencer. What's up, Spencer? Playing the Frost Mage. Looking like he's going to be going up first. We got ourselves team Cadix as a Warlock in the back. Yo, you look like a vanilla WoW Warlock. What the hell? This guy came from Manila. We got Relene here. We got ourselves Sector, the Vector, and MG Pro versus team of Peachy in the back. We got Harold. I like that name. Chicago on a Dark Earned. We're trying to make the big plays here versus Spencer. Lagging a little bit, though. We got ourselves Nate in the back, as well as Crimson X in Chicago. We got a big old hammer hanging over Spencer's head, but the big shatters are slowing him down. Shield event is not going to last too long, and Chicago is going for as much self-heals as possible. Spencer is trying to make sure he has that max range available as a Frost Mage. What's up, Simon? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Popping in the stream. Hope you're having a great day. We are joining us with some Duels Chicago. Trying to see if you can best a Frost Mage. Spencer is going to be behind on health a little bit. That's something Chicago can take advantage of. Spencer really should go for some food, by the way. As a mage, he can go for food, and he really should eat whenever possible. Not only will he get Chicago out from behind the pillow, but also make sure you're all nice and healthy. Spencer trying to stay mounted up, getting with a high, trying to go for a bit of a Nova onto the Paladin. The Paladin's doing a bit of damage here and there. Shields are very, very important for you, Spencer. Trying to get some big damage onto Chicago, but the Frozen Orb misses. He doesn't get one of those Frozen Orbs that he positions in one place. He needs to maybe kite Chicago back in there as the Paladin is just trying to stay alive through the damage. Actually, right next to the Elemental, he's just going to get some Crusade Strike off. That's going to be lots of Word of Glories available. And the elemental is actually going to give you procs too, as Chicago does have wings rolling in. I think Spencer is going to have better control of the pet. Otherwise, it's going to be free Crusader strikes every time the pet is nearby, even if Spencer is not there. But as the wings come down, the hammer comes in. That's going to be Spencer going for that Nova, frozen Icy Nova. Nova into Ice Nova, actually. Big hammer slamming in. Spencer might be looking at an ice block here. And there goes the ice block, as Chicago is still staying over there nearby, not super far. And that Shield Advantage is getting interrupted. Spencer's super low in health. Is he going to be in a good spot? It looks like the Shield Advantage just procs right back into him, literally getting karma'd out of this duel. Who is going to be up next on the other team? It looks like it's going to be Cadex playing that Demonology. Is he playing the Succubus build? Shadow Demonology build? You literally look like you just left Orgrimmar. Or left the Barons. He literally looked like he just made a level 1 character just now, dude. A level 1 warlock. It looks so chill. It's like so down to earth. It's weird. It is a max level character too. But it looks like Cadex is playing the Shadow build as a Demonology warlock. That means he has a Succubus. And it does a little bit more Shadow Flame damage, so he might be able to challenge himself a little bit differently. Gonna be Chicago popping in, big hammer hanging over Cadex's head. Gonna go for a bit of a port, trying to land a fear on Chicago. It's gonna be a Felguard charging in, getting that stun. Does Cadex have the setup with maybe a Tyrant trying to get some hand cooldowns around the corner? Chicago is gonna get the line of sight and just gonna wait and chill there for a bit. Cadex not looking to get in there at all. Actually swapping out from the Succubus to the Felguard. I thought actually he was going to go summoning a Felguard pet, but at least he decided to swap his pets. Hopefully he doesn't actually play the Shadow build, because he's basically losing out on an Honor Town that gives him extra damage if he has Succubus. It's actually super unfortunate that's the case. Very, very unfortunate. Stun onto the pallet, trying to get a setup. Maybe a fear, does not land the fear. Chicago does not have wings, so you can't really get aggressive. Stuns have the imps, so that's going to be actually the pet out at a good distance. I don't even understand why Cadex ran in there with the pet being so far out. I guess he's stuck the pet over there just to kind of guard the entrance, just kind of keeps him there. The pet keeps repositioning. You would think it would want the pet to attack Chicago, but instead the pet just keeps reposition over and over. The Tyrant is out, but the Tyrant is running at it. The Tyrant, the Cap's ranged ability is just charging at Cadex. Just trying to say hello up close. At least he gets one cast. At least he got one cast. That's better than nothing. Sometimes the pet literally just resets and forgets that he's supposed to be attacking the Paladin. Literally forgets supposed to be attacking the target. Cadex actually kind of by himself. The pet is super far away. The pet can't actually help you because the pet is not following you. Instead, it kind of just sits out in the center, which is super, super unfortunate. Might want to have a bit more better pet position, because the pet, I mean, it just kind of sits there. There's quite a lot of damage that is being lost. We're going to be hitting the dampening as of right now, boys. 1% dampener rolling in. Chicago got quite a lot of damage. Big hammer hanging over Cadex's head. Mortal Coil running the Paladin in the other direction with a fear right after. Cadex trying to minimize the damage is going to take. The hammer barely does much, and Chicago is the one that's actually taking quite a bit of a beating with all those pets. It looks like, again, the pet keeps resetting back. The Felguard always resetting. He needs to have a little bit better time position in him. I mean, the pet is just gonna stay. I don't know how it is to play a pet class. I've heard that you actually want to keep him on passive, but I think Cadex took that way too literally. Doesn't at least get the stun. Chicago try to lend the fear, and Chicago's out of cooldowns for a bit. Defenses are still there. Bubble and Chill of Vengeance all available. It's gonna be a final verdict on to Cadex. Looks like he's just gonna go for a Tyrant. The Tyrant again has a bit of line of sight problem. A bit of a line of sight issue with Chicago. Does stun the Tyrant with a Wake of Ashes. I don't think he even meant to do that, but that was a nice play either way. And he's got himself the Ward of Glories. The pets are surrounding him. The Tyrant is kind of looking at him. He's looking at him. He knows where he's there. And again, the pet does nothing. Into the stun onto Chicago with the Felguard spinning to win. Chicago is just going to try to continue healing through this, I think. 9% dampening, boys. 6 minutes in. It's a little bit rough for Cadex, though. He needs to get like a proper Tyrant. As long as you have these pillars, and as long as he doesn't get Chicago out in the open with some CC chains, right? Like a stun while it turns up, second stun into Mortal Coil. I don't think you're really going to get a lot of pressure. So you have to get your pets to do that somehow. A nice stun on Chicago. Maybe perfect bubble. Cadex actually turning around a little bit. Good port behind the pillar. Chicago's out in the open, but they do have wings rolling. They are ready to go for some damage. Does not have any way to stop the damage from the paladin, so there goes the wall for Cadex. This is summoning even more pets in there. Chicago again behind the pillar. That's going to be quite a plenty amount of healing available. And Cadex does have the pet back behind the pillar, kind of trying to get the pet not to be the only target that Chicago could attack, trying to make himself more of an open target, but also putting Chicago out in the open. Bob comes out. Chicago cannot really stop the magic damage that's happening here. Perfect opportunity for the tyrant to get some slaps and getting the cast off, and that's going to be a bop for Chicago. With Cadex still getting those handle dance around the corner, the tyrant does get at least one more cast at the end there. I was really just kind of waiting, like, is he going to do it? It's a perfect opportunity, perfect line of sight. I think Cadex just uses Implosion. It's going to try to get all these pets to do as much damage as possible. Stun with Chicago does get the big old spin to win. Perfect opportunity, maybe. It looks like there are imps attacking Chicago as well. I'm going to put the imps cast. It looks like the cast was above their heads or something. Stun with Chicago for a second. And just continuing to run. The mobility and the lag thereof for Cadex is going to be something that's going to hold him back. But the bubble and bop of Chicago are down. So if he just continues at the pace that he's been doing this duel, he actually might be a-okay, because he's got a lot of sustained damage onto Chicago, the Paladin. He's doing okay. He does whittle him down over time, and I think he should be able to win it at the very end, because again, bubble and bop not available. Bubble not available for 2 minutes. Trinket available for Chicago, and he's going to have himself wings. I don't know if he's random procs of wings or actual wings, but he's going to try to max up the damage. There's going to be a stun while he's out in the open, and Cadex can maybe go for Mortal Coil right after. He's going to get the Mortal Coil, just needs more pets to get the damage while that Mortal Coil is up. And there goes the Tyrant summon yet again. Chicago gets more line of sight. The Tyrant is trying to find an angle. Does it actually still continue to run? The Tyrant sees the Paladin, could go for damage, standing next to the Paladin. One cast, maybe a second one. Second one actually goes through. Wow, third cast. Wait, he actually is a pro. That Tyrant is a pro, and Chicago might be going to be going down. Looks like he's getting very, very close to stunning Chicago for a second. Trinket's out of it, still has wings. It looks like it's going to be a long duel between these two, as Cadex just cannot really do much more. He's trying to get the pets, he's trying to play it very clean. Chicago just continuing to heal as the Paladins do. Stun onto Cadex. Maybe Chicago has something going on. Wings are up and running. Maybe he can do some damage. Final verdict with a hammer onto Cadex. And he's going to go behind the pillar, catching up more heals. Cadex taking quite a bit of damage from that wall, though. So maybe this could be good. Stun on Chicago, and maybe Cadex has enough to finish it. Held a good down, and down he goes. That was a long one. What the hell? Peachy, hopefully you won't make it that long. That was just so much just running back and forth. As Cadex tried to port next to Peachy, did not happen. Hey, yo, Sector, my man, you're distracting me. Can you just chill with everybody else? Thanks, fam. Appreciate you. See the dude riding around like a wild witch of the west, just like, what the hell? What's going on? Why? Thorns available for Peachy. Not much you can really do with Thorns against a Warlock, but I guess for the pets, it would be pretty good. Big Star Surge is available. Cadex tries to go, or actually Peachy is trying to go for Silence, and Cadex is going to knock him back. There's going to be a Mortal Coil. Cadex does get a port, actually gets kind of close to Peachy. Peachy is popping off Barkskin. Wall available for Cadex. Try to get the CC on the Peachy with wall. Gonna be a roar at last second. Peachy did go in for a lot of damage, but Cadex did have a nice big defenses ready for it. Peachy still has Incarnation. Still perfect opportunity for him to get a lot of damage in. Cadex is taking quite a bit of the damage from the dots. The stars are shooting. Peachy needs to get into an Eclipse. He actually has the pets. If he can just get into Eclipse, the falling stars will do quite a lot of damage to Cadex overall. Fear onto Peachy. Cadex trying to see if he can recover. Peachy taking not enough damage to break the fear, and that's going to be even more pets. As Cadex is going to go for the long game. He's not out of this fight just yet. He's really low on health, but he's not completely done. Fort, does he go next to Peachy? Mortal Coil, trying to get some CZ chains on him. Maybe a fear right after. No, instead I think he's going to go for more instant cast, more pets. And Peachy is doing a-okay for now. Peachy, if you get the dots of the Cadex and you get into Eclipses, it'll just generate stars. You really gotta try it, my dude. Stun onto Peachy. Second stun. Tyrant is available, and Peachy better be careful. Tyrant has actually got quite a bit of damage to him. Regrowth up, and Tyrant is right next to him, just gonna take away all that healing. Bash on the Cadex for a second. Peachy trying to get the dots up and running. Instacast surges are flying through. As Peachy goes in bear form, Barkskin trying to tank this up and heal. Actually taking quite a lot of pressure from Cadex. but the dots and the stars are whittling him down. Again, Peachy has a proper pet to attack. This is going to be stunned by KTX. Looking to maybe end the duel right here. Does get the stun into Peachy. Peachy does have thorns. Has renewal available very, very soon. Should be using it ASAP for extra healing if possible. As dampening is at 42%, does go for renewal. And KTX looking like he's actually recovered quite a bit of health here over time. Peachy just needs to catch up. Get the dots, gonna be poured for KTX. Star Surges are flying. Does get the savior ticket from KTX. Again, Peachy just needs to get dots at KTX. Hit his pet, is just out in the open. Go into an eclipse. Stars start raining down onto KTX. And it's huge. It's actually huge damage. I feel like you really need to play into that stars, the shooting stars, the falling stars. Because the sustain out of it is insane. At least that's what Boomies at level 60 were doing. Bash onto KTX, stun onto Peachy, does shrink it out of it. Barkskin is available, Thorns available as well. Get a silence to the KTX. Mortal Coil does keep KTX alive for a little bit longer. Is gonna go maybe for a stun to Peachy, turns around and decides against it. Peachy tanking up and actually recovering quite a lot of health with 47% dampening. KTX is still on a run as Incarnation is available for Peachy. It's back up. Is ready to go for the most amount of damage. KTX just trying to see if he can survive it. Just trying to keep sprinting, keep running, trying to get himself as much self-heal as possible. Peachy getting hit with a stun. Does KTX have anything left at all? Fear, maybe drain life? Barely any health left, but he's trying to recover as much of it as he can. If you can go for a big Tyrant play with a bunch of pets on Peachy, I think it's going to be over. I think he needs to get the stun onto Peachy with a Tyrant and then to a Mortal Coil, while Peachy is maybe not in bear form. Incarnation is still available for Peachy, though Mortal Coil does come up. It's gonna go for another fear. If KTX got up in the wall, I think maybe it's a perfect opportunity to get a hand to go down, maybe a Tyrant. Looks like Peachy still has way too much damage available for its stun. Gonna be even more pets trying to summon a Tyrant, maybe drain life is all he has. It's gonna be a big roar by Peachy. KTX running into that Star Surge at the very end. Super unfortunate. With MG Pro being up next versus Peachy zapping him. I think with a couple Shadow Sex and Vincent should have it here. Not much you could really do at the end with the Boomy. Not a lot of health real left for that duel. Who's up next? Is it gonna be Nate? Yo, these duels have been really long, dude. This last duel, holy shit, boys. How is he hitting me for half my HP? Which one? Who? Peachy or the Warlock hitting ya? Depends who you are, I guess, right? If you're the Warlock and Peachy is hitting you for that much, I don't really know. Getting a shot on the nade. MG Pro looking to just end the duel. Is Nade even going to be able to press a cooldown? Visitors are flying. Does get the incap. Karma immediately blind trinkets out of it, and that's actually going to get a leg sweep onto MG. Can he max the damage? Needs some healing. He actually doesn't have any. 58% dampening. Maybe Fist of Fury is going to make the work here. Going to be a shadowy duel. Cheap shot onto Nade. If you can get MG Pro low enough, if you can just get MG Pro low enough, Touch of Death is all he needs. Just 10% doesn't do it. And Hero looking to take out MG Pro with a couple of conflags. Doesn't have the roots for it though. Mortal Coil, if he has a Casbolt, does he get it off? He does get it off. Not all he can really do there, dude. He just popped off all your cooldowns. Looks like both the Mage and the Rogue are running in. Oh no, Sector I think is just there just to suck out his life. I think that's what's going on. Relaine just kind of backed up. He's like, wait, am I dueling? Is he dueling? What's going on? Looks like it is going to be a Rain. Why do I call it Relaine? It's Rain. Rain. I'll call you Rain. Speaking about Rain, it's raining Infernals. Does juke away from that one Chaos Bolt with an Ice Block. Second Ice Block, second Chaos Bolt is available. I think Rain is going to go down to his second Infernal. Coming down, Fear of Breath available. Onto Herald, but no more health left for the Mage. Powder Eyes get used very quickly. And Herald looking to maybe make himself a getaway. That's going to be Sector actually get caught out. Garou does come in. Bike is ready. Does the bike connect? The bike does not connect. It has to go down the ramp. It can't just fall off the platform. Otherwise, it's over. Cloak Shot is available for Sector as he goes in for a Vendetta. And Crimson looking to get next to that Rogue and end the duel right here. The Vendetta has been used. Evasion is up right now. Crimson missing all those Fist of Fury. Sector, though. Not a lot of healing really available right now. In cap for a second. Crimson is going to get the leg sweep. No trick at all for the Rogue. Some freebie damage to Crimson. Does get a Mallet rolling onto the Sector. Blind does come out. That Mallet is still going to do quite a bit of damage to him, though. It is going to put quite a bit of pressure. Does catch a reset either way. Is he going to have to go for a long game? We're at 69% dampener, boys. Holy crap, this game. This has been extra long. One of those 20-minute games, huh? You know what I mean? Disarm onto Sector. He's looking to get away. Nice shadow step into the smoke bomb. Trying to stay away from Crimson. But with that touch of death, not a lot you can really do about it. Not a lot you can really do. That was a long ass duel between the oh my god, Chicago. 100%, 100k more healing than damage. I don't understand. I don't. Oh, paladins, man. Paladins. Oh, this map is so bad for caster. This map is a little rough for caster. Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, it's a little rough. The Boomy, I was a lock, yo. Dude, Boomy slap. They could do a lot of sustain. And Pichu wasn't even playing into the shooting stars, I don't think. He wasn't really going for the eclipse switches all the time. We should be, honestly. That's wrong, dude. It's a fort, man. So you gotta win all of them, you know what I mean? I'd say the match is still, though, might be the fast and brutal when that XP drops. True, true. Yeah, definitely. What's up, boy? How you doing, man? Couldn't embed any value into Hammer. That is unfortunate, Chicago, but he healed a ton, though, either way. I think that's pretty good, yeah? Survivability, though. 100,000 more heals than damage, though. That's like, what? What? Blizzard, what? Yeah, this ain't getting nerfed until maybe max level. Been lyric and great matches. Glad you like it, boy time. You guys all played well. I know cities when he burst me, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, they burst. Boomies are hurting right now. Boomies hurt, so you definitely shouldn't underestimate them. Definitely do not underestimate them at all, boys. Definitely never underestimate Boomies. They're nutty. Disgusting rogue. Yeah, dude. Isn't every rogue disgusting? Plain or red, but they really need to put some CDs back in Word of Glory. It's so OP. Put some CDs back on Word of Glory, like a CD on Word of Glory. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that Word of Glory heals that much. It's a talent that really makes him heal that much with the Word of Glory, though. Because some of Blizzard isn't gonna tune for level 50. They're gonna maybe tune for level 60. Healing hands. Word of Glory healing is increased by up to 100% based on target's missing health. So the less health you have, the more you heal for. But I kind of like that the paladins can heal. Like, it's a hybrid class. It should be able to heal, like, on the fly. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't hate it. I just can't say I hate it. Plus, you're sacrificing that holy power for a Temple's Verdict into a heal instead. But we'll see. Again, it's probably going to be a lot of balance tuning, like small, minute number tunings. Blizzard can change it from instead of like 100% heal, it could be like 80 or 70, and that will feel pretty good. Red's OP. I wouldn't say Red's OP. I'd say they're really strong, but I wouldn't say they're OP. But yeah, thank you so much for coming by, man. I'm gonna call it here, dude. I probably have some food waiting for me that I need to get something. But thank you boys so much for coming by, man. I'm hungry. I'm a chill. I'm still deciding whether I'm stream tomorrow. I might not stream tomorrow, dude. I might take another day off of the week. Just kind of chill, honestly. So I'll see if I do that or not, but I'll let you guys know on Discord. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I'll probably post on YouTube as well. So I'm in Discord. Join our Discord. It's a pretty cool Discord. There's a cool shit happening in Discord all the time. Join that. That's in the link in the description below, and or it'll just be a post on YouTube side. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming by. Appreciate all of you guys. Great fucking duels. I enjoyed a lot of these, by the way. These were awesome. Thank you all. I'll see you boys all next stream. Alrighty, peace.